I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
It's been a blessing to have all of you here. I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you and apologize for yesterday's break in transmission. Whilst we're not ready to close, but circumstances beyond our reach caused a closure to happen. Today we are here again, and we never saw the community guidelines that we broke yesterday. So we hope that nobody is hiding anywhere and is unofficially reporting us for what we have not done. All the same, we will keep on doing what God wants us to do. This morning, I want to say a cherished welcome to those in the morning, cherished welcome to those in the afternoon, and a cherished welcome back from work to those of you who went to work. Those of us who are working from home, we say thank you to ourselves that we are still working, we've not closed. We'll continue after this broadcast. Yesterday, we tried to deal with the issue of who is a wife, and it was not bad at all. And we also dealt with how to become a wife. And a lot of people were ready to come, but unfortunately, we didn't go through with our issues. But I believe that today is another day. And like a great philosopher said, today is a great day, and a great day is today. Let me welcome all of you both on Facebook and on TikTok for the School of Marriage and Relationship. Class rep, thank you very much for being there. You were worried yesterday. I had no control over it. I ended the broadcast and I came back, and still it didn't work until we're taking off from TikTok. But may I encourage all of you who missed that you go to my YouTube page and type in how to be a wife, Counselor Luttrell TV, and you will have it graciously to learn everything. As I told you, I try my best to keep memories of whatever we've studied so that we'll have a good representation of ourselves. Somebody sent me a message and said he was watching how to handle a stepchild, and she's watching over and over, and the way it is helping their home, I don't have an idea. I say, wow. So I am encouraged to believe that putting it on a YouTube after TikTok and after Facebook is the best for us. So if you miss any of our sections on the School of Marriage and Relationship, I will encourage you to go on my YouTube, or better still, subscribe to my YouTube by pressing the bell so you have notification. Also, between 10 minutes on TikTok is allowed. So in our editing, we release 10 minutes. And on our Instagram, we release 15 minutes. On Facebook, we have 15 minutes of places where we think will become very educative for us to hit it there. So on this note, let me welcome you to today's section. And thank you very much. Your messages are brought to you by Ginger Honey Chips, our main sponsor for this show. And if you are on Facebook watching me, please share the page immediately. We're behind time at 7:21, and that is high ranking time for most of you. It's our closing time, but I promise to do it. I have to do a lot today, working from home, and at the same time, I found myself in a position where I cannot really do anything than to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do. So once we are live, we hope that we'll do the right thing at the right time for God to bless us. Well, send me a WhatsApp. Let's go on 862-571-3950. I forgot that they might call 862-215, 862-571-3950. I misplaced a very precious thing of mine. Since morning, I've been looking for it. I can't find it. And it's not easy for me. I've been looking for it. It has kept me long. If I find it, I'll come and tell you what I've misplaced. It's so precious to me. And it's very difficult to find it, especially where I think it is, and it can be found there. But we need to go on and teach others whatever we want them to know. All right, so thank you all very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to our page. And the attendance is very important to me. So hit the like page, hit my face 20 times, and let's do the best we can with our chats and interviews. I also encourage you on Facebook to share the page, to invite a friend to come and learn. Yesterday, we dealt with how to become a wife. And I realized that majority of you had some questions. So I won't waste much of your time. On TikTok especially, those of you who had questions yesterday and you were not able to ask on the wife, I will grant you audience. Make a request. I'll pick you up quickly and I'll address those issues as we go to today's topic, how to become a husband. And if there's nobody there like that, then I'll give myself the next 5 minutes reading definition of who a husband is, and then I'll start my topic. So help me by finding the definition of who is a husband, and we'll go from that angle. Facebookers, Most of you had a chance yesterday to ask your questions. Amos, thank you for coming. And let me say a big thank you to SS Job for doing the best thing. He says, share, oh, share. Very important to remind you to share. Good evening is coming from Amos to me. Thank you very much, Amos. And the rest of you who find yourself on TikTok, let's do justice to our thing. Hit the like button. Let's have a lot of followers, double those who are watching us right now. And let's deal with the topic, how to be a husband to a wife. How to be a husband to a wife. Not how to be a husband to a woman. There are people who are husbands to women, and there are people who are wives to men. But I'm teaching on how to become a husband, preparing to be a husband, the process on which you need to linger on, work on, so you become a husband. And I am not looking for a better husband. I'm not looking for a cherished husband. All I am preparing you for is the mentality of becoming a husband. And I will do my lecture in the next 10 minutes. Yesterday, most of you on TikTok, my favorite ones, we missed your question and answer time. So I want to give you 10 minutes of asking questions. Those who missed it yesterday, even though they were watching, when they were ready to ask questions, were taken off the screen. Good evening to you all, and let me welcome all of you to our favorite evening show called The School of Relationship and Marriage. This week, our focus is on preparing to be chosen and preparing to choose. One party prepares to choose. The other party prepares to be chosen. So if you hear preparing to choose and preparing to be chosen, we are just trying to bring to your notice that there are two categories of people who find themselves in this circle of love, what we call the relationship and the love relationship. Yesterday, somebody very sweet to me taught me something new in the evening, and she sent me a whole write-up on it to read. I thought it's the same, but after she sent me the write-up, what she was saying makes a lot of sense, even though it's not cast in stone. I learned yesterday that you can't say love you to a very significant other, somebody that you have an affection for. You cannot say love you. Love you is for items, things, friends, platonic friends. But if somebody that you have deep relationship with, that involves kissing, caressing, and everything, you have the right to say, I love you. And that is accepted. But in the final write-up, they say it's not cast in stone. So I want to encourage the rest of you not to be offended and not to be worried. Maybe mistakenly or deliberately, a sweetheart of yours who doesn't have anything to do with somebody will be like me to go and say, I love you. And you know I love you. Because we say it when people do things for us. I say it a lot to my PAs. And unfortunately for me, for people like my wife, rather, I say love you. But those who I work with, I tell them I love them. And my thinking was straight. As far as I'm the one talking, saying I love you, you don't need the I in my grammar and my errors. But like the write-up said, and I read more on it, to say it is not cast in stone, but it is acceptable. So if it's an acceptable practice, I have learned something new, and I am coming to teach the rest of us here. So it's better for you to say, I love you, I miss you, I cherish you. It is said that when you add the I to it, it makes it more authentic, more believing, and more trustworthy to the significant other you are dealing with. Well, that is what I learned yesterday in the night, and I thought of sharing with you today. So if nobody has any question on yesterday's conversation, I was waiting for you so I could pull you up here. Let me start with today's conversation, which says, who is a husband? Who is a husband? Who is a husband? Well, questions are coming, and somebody say, "What of you are loved?" I think that you are loved is a plural thing, that you are trying to add you to somebody else to love whoever it is. For our kids, more examples that I read goes to like love you to the kids. So you are loved, I think, will just be part of the statement that people who are interested of feeling the way you love them will be offended with. But as I said, it is best practice, but it's not cast in stone. So don't be worried too much about it, and don't take offense and actions when people like myself will constantly come to say love you, and will rather say I love you to those that don't matter. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Don't be too particular about some things. That is pettiness in the life of the melancholy. So that, I think I have answered that question. All right, so let me go ahead. Who is a husband? Who is a husband? If you are asked to define who a husband is, what will be your definition for who is a husband? Because usually, if you don't know who a husband is, that it will become an issue for you to know how to address that individual. Please hit the like page and let's generously do our 1.5 hour today and go, because this content is needed for the growth of the individuals. Thank you very much. So my question for today, and the topic I'm treating, is who is a husband? And as we address who is a husband is someone who is not poor. Oh my God, whose definition is this? A husband is someone who is not poor. Who is writing this definition? Echo AJ is saying that a husband is someone who is not poor. Okay. That's your definition. That's a husband. Okay. I get that one. Okay. Let me hear more of the definition from your end. And today I hope I'm going to have Vic and AC. Why is AC? For a long time, I've not seen AC. For a long time, I've not seen Dale. The two of them have a very key stand. And then is it Lisa? Lisa too, I've not seen her for some time now. I wish all of them will pass through and then we'll learn. Their knowledge, they have a stand. When they take the stand, it makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. A husband is someone who takes good care of his family and wife. Okay. So that's a definition from that angle. See, a husband is someone who takes good care of his family and wife. So people are giving you a definition. Who is a husband? What is your definition too? It's not about the Google definition. It's not about the dictionary definition. From where you sit, how will you define a husband to be? And so let's go quickly as I start the topic for today. And I will not stress so much. Yesterday, I gave close to 13 points. And I think, was it Nana Marinchua who did so well and punctuated all of them and kept me going? I love it so much. Thank you very much, Nana Marinchua. I know today most of you thought I'm not coming. So you've got yourself engaged in other things. I'll finish with you before I go. Just like the page. So we are just 3:34. I don't know what we'll do again for us to be blocked or not. But hit the like page and let me have energy to go. All you may need to become a husband is what I'm treating today. You may need to become a husband. Every man can become a husband. Every man can become a husband. The only thing they need is to prepare. A husband is a man with understanding to marriage as aspects, the responsibility of a wife. Okay, I think I saw it right. A husband is a man with understanding to marriage as accepts the responsibility of a wife. Okay, so a husband is a man with understanding to marriage and accepts the responsibility of a wife. Okay, a husband is someone who has lawfully tied himself to a woman. All right, so this is another one's definition that is coming. More definitions, more definitions, and let's go. More definitions. I want to read your definition as well. So let's go. I want to hear more of your thing. Let's go. Everyone can become a husband. You only need, the only thing you need, the only thing you only need to prepare. Everyone can become a husband. You only need to prepare. You only need to prepare. You only need to prepare. Because everyone can become a husband. You only need to prepare. Or you only need to be prepared. So preparation is what I want to take you through. You only need to be prepared. And that's what I'm doing for you today. So who is a husband? Who is a husband? And let me know that you only need to be prepared. Because somebody has said that the man who understands marriage and is responsible, and not just responsible, but responsible for the family and the wife. That's a very good one. I buy into that definition. A husband is someone who is not a womanizer. The girls are happy. Is that what I saw? Okay. And the other one is, this one too says, a husband is someone who is not a womanizer. The ladies are happy. A husband is someone who is not a womanizer. The ladies are happy. This is a quote. This is a quote guy. A husband is a man who is legally, I think, married to his wife and takes care of his wife and children's needs. So he's a husband. So they've expanded it. A husband is a breadwinner of the family. Okay, that's another one's own. Any other definition? All right, so these are some definitions that have come through. And on Facebook, I have not received any definition yet. And it will get hotter soon. I know that most of my people either are sleeping, are in church, or are in events because today is a Thursday. I'm shocked we are stuck at 36 and we are doing 3.6. The numbers encourages us to push on. So let's invite more people, share with people. You might not be worried about, or it might not really help you with what we are treating. but there's a friend somewhere whose decision to marry is very important. And there's a young man who has already married, but he didn't go through this preparation. So he needs to do what we call the post-marital counseling and post-marital adjustment. So he will also be able to find the center holding for him. So these are topics that is better late than ever. So I will continue with the definition that I have. So the definition I have, as you share the page, share to 10 friends. Thank you very much, Eko. Eko is telling people to share to 10 friends. So just share with them. Let them see that I am sitting here. I might not be their favorite in terms of looks, in terms of dressing, but I will have something to offer them. So encourage them to follow this conversation. If I were to be their brother, they'll be excited I am on TikTok. If I were to be their boyfriend, they'll be excited I have knowledge about this. If I were to be their husband, they'll be good to say, wow, I understand why you marry me like this. Counselor, I miss you. You miss me. Me too, I miss you. Why? Thank you very much for missing me. Then let me go here. It says a husband is a man involved in a marital relationship, commonly referred to as a spouse. The specific right, responsibility, and societal status attribute to a husband can be significantly across different cultures and historical periods, reflecting a global perspective on the role. So who's a husband? And they have written all these long English. But a husband is the male or the groom to a bride, is a male in a marital relationship. Jane and Santua, thank you, my dear. How are you doing, girl? I miss you, Papa. I'll see you soon, don't worry. So a husband is the male in a marital relationship. So if you are in a marital relationship, the male is called the husband, and the female is called the wife. And I'm processing this with you to know how to become a husband. So if we ask who is a husband, he is the male in a marital relationship. I keep saying that marriage is not a contract. So when people keep saying that marriage is a contract between two people, marriage is not a contract. Because anytime you hear the word contract, what comes into your mind is that it should come with percentages from each party. So is the husband who is the male in a marital relationship. So his husband is considered as a married man in a relationship to his spouse, who is the wife. So who is the husband? When you ask me again, I'll tell you a husband is considered as a married man in a relationship with the wife. So there cannot be a husband without a wife. And there cannot be a wife without a husband. This means that anytime somebody talks about meet my husband, then they are telling you I am his wife. So you cannot be a wife until the man is a husband. So there's nothing called a wife to be. There's nothing called a husband to be. And for that matter, I keep saying every day that the only thing that you can announce in your life is a wife or a husband. The rest of the features of women in the life of men cannot be announced in the public space. And at times it's very embarrassing that you're going out with somebody and they come to you and ask you in looking into your eyes, especially when you are not yet married to them. They ask you, who am I to you? And in their expectation, they want you to redefine their status for them, because maybe they don't know their status. Either you have a child with them and they have forgotten their baby mamas, or better still, you have a relationship with them and not a wife. So they are a side chick because you are married and they have forgotten. Or some of them are platonic friends who assume a position as sex mates, and they want you to redefine their status for them. Why you feel that they don't deserve you to have sex with you. Some too will want to introduce themselves as wives, even though you have not paid their bride price, because in their hearts and in their mind, things that are meant to be done as long as married couples are involved, they've done that with you. Some will claim that they cook for you. You slept over their place. They've had several sexual intercourse with you. You might have even put to birth for them, but have lost the child. Now, with all these things they see you having with them, like somebody asked me yesterday, how do we say that all these things, including warming their bed as a heater or a comforter, still you cannot be referred to as a wife? Why can't you be to be wife? Unfortunately, there's no term like that. Because until a man pays your bride price, you cannot be called a wife. And until a man pays the bride price of any woman, he cannot be called a husband. And this is coming from another Francisca says, a husband is not a boy, but a man who is physically and mentally mature to protect his family, both physically and spiritual, and also pray and also provide for the wife and his kids. This is a Facebook definition from Francisca. I love that one. It's also deep. So you need to remember that. Preparation to become a husband. When I start my topic, I see she's listening to me before. Francisca has taken one of the points that gives a man the most important thing of all to become a husband. So once I've defined for you who a husband is, and you are still doing slowly by hitting the like button, please continue. So at least before I open my eyes again, I can see that we are above 10K and we are doing our hundreds and our 200s. Today, let's do 200 so that the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, it will be enjoyable for all of us as we are learning something. Maybe you're already married, so you are learning for your son, or learning for a brother, or learning for a friend. Share the page with them and tell them it's essential to come to the School of Marriage and Relationship. So if one wants to become a husband, what are the preparations that you need? The first thing one must learn if you want to become a husband is to define your gender. Point one. Today I will not have, I don't think I have Nana Marenchua here to type for me. I think she's going to work because of the time. But point one is try and define your gender to yourself. Am I a male or a female? If you are able to define your gender, which is the first point, that makes you qualified to start reasoning of becoming a husband to a wife. Because by the definition, a husband is the male in a marital institution. So if you are desiring to become a husband, then you have to remember that you are representing the male in a marital relationship, and you are complete as a male. So your gender is important. Now, when you check your gender, the next thing you need to do preparing to be a husband is to have a desire by going through yourself and find the desire to be married. So you've now discovered you are a male. The next thing is to have a desire to be married. And your desire must be towards the opposite sex, specifically a woman, to be precise, so that you become a husband. So have that desire of wanting to live under the same roof with a woman called your wife, because you can only be a husband when you have paid the bride price of a woman. A husband is not a title that is conferred on you, but it becomes a title immediately you find yourself in the position of paying the bride price of a woman. So if you have not yet paid the bride price of all the women you are around with, you cannot be called a husband. So number two, have a desire for marrying a woman or the opposite sex. Very important, a woman specifically. Let's go straight to it. Have the desire to marry a woman so you become a husband. Point number three, when this desire drops into your mind, do self-awareness creation. What does it mean to do point three, self-awareness discussion? Discover yourself. Discovering yourself is where you have to have a talent. So discovering yourself. I have a desire. I am a male. I have a desire to marry a female. And now I want to discover myself. Who am I? You are a male. So you are born as a male. Come out as a baby. Grow as a boy. Then become a man. Then transition to become a husband by virtue of paying the bride price of a woman. And when the woman puts to birth, you become a father. But in the same space, the baby, the son, the boy, the son, the husband, the father, each part of your life is addressed by situations and problems that you're going through. So remember, discover yourself. After knowing that I'm a male, let's discover who we are. Who am I? Who am I? And by doing who am I, the next thing is to do expedition to the family's kingdom. When you get to know who you are, then your family's issues must be very important to you as a male. Very important. I'm a son to Mr. Kobe. And that is why I am called Momoni Kobe. Now, when you discover the family, expedition to the family's kingdom, it gives you rights to reason and to know how to build yourself up. Now, you are going to choose a wife. So your own is not to be chosen, but to choose. And the one going to choose can only choose in the midst of a lot. But as you discover yourself and know who you are, it should give you the ability to know your capacity. Now, do the expedition to the family's kingdom. Which family do I belong to? And in that particular family style, it gives you the chance to understand what the family needs and what they don't need. That is the do's and don'ts of the family. Please hit the like page. We are going slow. What are the do's and don'ts of the family you belong to? Which tribe don't they associate with? Why don't they want to marry from this particular tribe? Why are they against women from this tribe? It's very important for you to understand the tribal crossings and the religious crossings. So in the expedition to the family's kingdom, you realize that you are a Muslim. And for that matter, to marry a Christian can happen only when that Christian becomes a Muslim by virtue of your status and your core belief. The family tells you Ewes cannot be married by us because of XYZ. So discovering an expedition to the family's kingdom now gives you the opportunity to know which type of lady you can bring to the house. Point number 5. When you discover all these things, now you want to see your standing in the family. Have you completed your education and gainfully employed? Because boys don't marry. So after the expedition to the family's kingdom, discover whether you are a boy or you are a man. Because men marry, boys don't marry. So also go and do a discovery. Am I a boy or a man? Point number 5. Discover your masculinity. Am I a boy or a man? Immediately you are able to answer in your discovery that I am a man. Then you have to come and look for the features of a man. It means that you have grown from a boy to a man. And it is made clear by the one who instituted marriage. Even though the first marriage went through failure, he gave us the opportunity to continue by finding a wife. And he said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So if you find a wife, it is now easy for you to obtain favor from the Lord. And he says, for it is not good for a man to be alone. I'll make for him a helper suitable for him. So the issue is, immediately you find out that you are a boy, then you know that you are not qualified to be married. You need to be alone, because boys are alone. Men cannot be alone. Once you become a man, then the next thing you have to do is check your environment. If you are in charge and you have dominion over things, what does it mean? Check if you have dominion over things around you. Are you educated? Have you created wealth? Do you have what it takes to take care of another woman? And this is where I want to caution every man. Never go into marriage when you don't have. If you cannot feed yourself 3 square meals plus snack and provide a befitting accommodation, a place of sleep, especially not a single room, at least a chamber and a hall for somebody's daughter, forget that you are supposed to be married. So when you find yourself, after discovering that you are a man, clearly said, clearly defined, thank you very much for the point. Hey, Jane, you're doing well. Wow. I like the write-up. They are doing well for me. Thank you, Jane. So you clearly define yourself in the environment you are. Then you want to see that you are a man. Once you realize you are a man, check the environment. Do I have dominion? So before you have a desire to fall and have the taste for marriage, you need to have dominion over where you live. You need to make sure that you can provide accommodation. And the accommodation you are providing is nothing but accommodation that is befitting for two people. So we don't marry in single room. I found young guys who have met young, beautiful girls. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for these particular gifts. I found young guys who have found girls they want to marry, and the girls are living in single room. They go and say, well, when is he expiring? August. Let me talk to the landlord because we are married in October, and let me continue paying the rent so that we live here. I like the way your place is. So we are looking at a single room with toilet and bath, and everybody in the compound is single. Then by your confusion, you bring a husband to join you at where you are renting because he can't provide accommodation, but can pay what you are already paying. He is a boy and not a man. Girls, remember that this lecture is for you, that you will not make a mistake to allow a boy to come and pay your bride price. Don't make that mistake. Anytime a man desires to make you a wife because he wants to become a husband, because without a wife you are not a husband, watch whether they have dominion over their environment. Do they command? Are they able to name the things? Do they have work to do? Because from the beginning of marriage, the Creator made it clear. And he said, when he saw that Adam was lonely, by then he has brought unto Adam the things he, God, has created, and asked Adam to name them in the Garden of Eden, where everything was being provided for Adam to show that he is no more a boy. He has dominion to command, to replenish, and to do the tilting of the garden. When God brought the things to Adam, he saw the loneliness in the face of Adam, because every animal came as a male and a female. With that marriage, he saw that there were both genders available, but for him, there was none. That is why the Bible says, and but for Adam, there was no suitable helper. And God saw that need and realized that Adam has command over the environment. So when he saw the need in the life of Adam, he allowed Adam to name the things that he has created. And after naming the things, then God put on Adam a deep sleep to fulfill the desire for him. So a man can only go into a deep sleep to have a wife when you are in charge of your dominion. When you are in charge of your environment, and you have dominion over the environment. So when you don't have the power to name, when you don't have what it takes to name, when you don't have the ability to command, where you are living, you are not in the capacity of making decisions. You are living in one room your father has given you in the main house. Your decision to bring somebody's daughter as a wife must be thought twice. Because if you allow a man who lives in an obey the wind chamber and hall to marry you, you will suffer. What is obey the wind chamber and hall? It is where a young man has gotten himself a small 12 by 12 single room and has bought a full skirting to divide it into two. His bed is inside with his luggage. When he opens the curtain, he sees the bedroom and he thinks it's created for himself, a chamber and a hall. It is still a single room that must be accommodated by a single person. It's an illegal thing to find double people living in a single room. So a man must have that dominion over your environment. And after having dominion over your environment, being able to command, and in bringing it to a literal life, you should be able to have accommodation befitting for you and your significant other. You should be able to feed yourself 3 square meals in a day before you consider looking for a wife. And feed yourself 3 square meals plus snack, a common snack like a gum after eating onion, buying some coconut to drink. And I have this funny story that happened at UTV premises some time ago when I went for a program one Saturday morning, and I got out of the place, and I went for a sports show that early morning, and this young man, I think, has gone for a certain girl or is trying to win a certain girl. So brought a lady to a restaurant up there called Green Pepper. And I think he didn't know the price of the food. And the price of the food was about 55 Ghana cedis. And his budget was not up to that level, but he pushed himself to buy. Then when they got down, there was this coconut seller who was parked down. And the guy started, woo, coconut. And the guy asked, do you like some? He said, yes, if only it's sweet, oh. If it's not sweet, I won't take. And the guy said, oh, don't worry, let's go. And they went to the guy. They asked the coconut seller, Ede. He said, oh, Ede, I said, Boba, come on, open the Ede, pal. Open the Ede. The guy broke the first one. The lady tasted it. No. Na guy no, me say, Baba, pay the Ede, mommy. As a matter of fact, he didn't even check the price of the coconut. The guy said one coconut was 5 Ghana cedis. So they are broken 3, which is 15 Ghana cedis. And still, the lady has not found a sweet one. So he told the guy, after this last one, if it's not sweet, she won't take again. And the guy broke the last one. But the lady tasted and said, no, thank you very much. So 4 is gone. And at this juncture, the guy was not ready to drink the 4th coconut. He thought it was 3 cedis. So catch a guy and said, me kaya saying, or see a 20 cedis, or see a hene ha. Miska come the far back of you. I was watching and laughing. I was just laughing at the guy because Charlie, he didn't budget well. His budget was just close to 75 Ghana cedis. He's bought the rice. He said he thought the rice was 35. When it came, it's 55. So out of the 75 was having left in his pocket. When the 55 happened, he was trying to manage the 20 because they're living at Freedom, Free Pipe, La Paz. Which he leave at the taxi from there could just do a 15 cedis. When they get to his house, after eating whatever the lady will eat, how she will go home or not answer. Then the guy took the 20s. So it was giddy. Who bet you now? Who said that there? And Timmy to Tsunami. He said, you know that kind of thing. Now he's becoming a disgrace. And the lady is standing here somewhere with the food, waiting for the guy to sort himself out. And I love the way she was not talking. And then they did that, and the guy gave the 20. Now it has left with a way for him to pick a taxi for them to go and stop the taxi in front of Pizza to Free Pipe, La Paz, Abeka. And any taxi that they stop says 20 Ghana. Now the guy is seriously stranded. The girl actually doesn't live in La Paz. The girl lives in Newtown. And he went to pick the girl from Newtown and taking the girl home to Free Pipe. And they decided to buy food at Green Pepper because the girl said she has eaten at Green Pepper before. Now that the things were not going that well, the girl said, Charlie, he's feeling so bad and disgrace. So she's going back to Newtown. And the guy said, and then he handed over the food to the guy. The guy said, "On one due." And to the then the girl, just within a twinkling of an eye, just pointed his finger down there. A taxi came. The Uber was not too much. A taxi came. She sat inside. And the guy said, the lady reluctantly took the food. It was left with us and the guy. People, let me tell you the truth. None of us provided the guy money because he has come to spend money on the woman, Anfa. Then he went back to the coconut seller and Tokwabi what? And the guy was serious. We have to go in and separate the people. And we asked him the story. He narrated all that I have told you. The girl have left. I was standing there watching them. Now he has to go. He's begging that we find him some money to pick Trotro instead of a taxi. And Trotro will take 5 cedis. So I gave him 5 cedis to pick Trotro home and learn his lessons. And listen to what he told me. Get away, me. Now, I want you to understand that it is not about menyan and aminyano. Affordability is part of knowing and having dominion over your environment. So if you can't feed yourself, 3 square meals plus common snack like coconut, please, you are not ready to be married. Now, the next point is immediately you desire to be married, get yourself prepared financially and be gainfully employed. If you discover your environment, identify if you are gainfully employed and employable. 2, I say what? Be gainfully employed and employable. What it means is that you should have work doing and you should have the tendency of getting easily employed when you lose the current job you find yourself in. Are we good? What point are we? Number 8. Point 8. Have a regular income. Have a regular income as a man. Remember, becoming a husband means you are going to choose. You are going to make the choice. For the girl's family, is a subtraction. For you, is an addition, which means be gainfully employed and employable. 2 things. Have a regular income. Before you get married, have a regular income. And create multiple streams of income. The same 8. So be employable, be gainfully employed, have a regular income, and create multiple streams of income if you want to become a husband. Are we here? When this is done by you, man, all this time you have not gone for a woman. Oh, you've not even seen a woman yet. These things are not done when you found a woman. Because it is only a wicked young man who will take care of a young girl you are not married to whilst you are planning to marry her. You won't get enough resources to marry her. It's a waste of resources. Somebody that the grandfather and the father cannot take care of. Then you carry the responsibility on your head. Have a regular income and create multiple streams of income in your life. Point 7. Point 8. Good. Point number 9. Create an independent lifestyle as you go through your singleness. Create an independent lifestyle as you go through your singleness. What does it mean? Some of us are living in our parents' residence. And unfortunately for us, rent and water bill, light bill are paid by them. But as you are planning and you've gotten yourself gainfully employed and you are employable, which means that when you lose your work today, you can get another job easily. It means that either by education, formal education, or non-formal education, you will never find yourself living beyond 2 years, 6 months, 8 months without employment. That's what we mean by employable and gainfully employed. In that circle of preparing yourself, learn to be independent enough as you go through your singleness. And at this point, be single. Young women, never marry a man who has never completed their singleness. Never. The word is never marry a man. Any man going through their singlehood, if you meet them and you cross them and they marry you, they will blame you for the rest of their life. Never allow a man who has not completed his singleness to marry you. Never is the word. Have the record of their singleness, which is a sign of their dominion. They are able to travel to Kumasi and rent a hotel to sleep in. They are able to travel to Dubai and come back. They've been able to process a visa for themselves. As a matter of fact, the next under that same number. Never marry a man who doesn't have the ability to drive. He doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have a passport. He has not even attempted traveling. He has been bounced before. He never allow such a man to marry you, especially those of you who are eye openers. Now, as a young man, you must know how to drive before you desire to marry. Why? Because transportation has become part of the entry requirement to life. No gift, only one gift has come. Hey, Ejimei, marry. I didn't know my for a gift. So don't give yourself that headache, that problem. Thank you so much, Sugar. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, God. Oh, God. Thank you very much. Moya and I encouraging, sir. Come on. That's all. Where's your wife? Yesterday I missed her. So what I'm sharing with you today, for men, it is because you are going to choose. Work on these things of your life. Immediately you start building your singleness. Then you watch your environment to see everything has become double in your life, which means you can afford to give away one. And thank you. You hear me? So you have been good. If you watch all the steps we've gone through, we've not even gotten to you proposing to a lady. Work on your singleness. Complete your singleness. And the next thing, point number 10, is to know how old you are. You are supposed to marry after 30. Which means your educational calendar will affect this preparation I'm talking about. How? 6 years class 1, 24 years or 25 years. Normal stream, you are stepping out with level 400 first degree from any university of your choice, if all things being equal. You're working out at 24, 25, coming to serve the nation for 1 year, 26. Your financial independence might be granted to you after 26 years. You will now struggle to look for employment at that stage of your life. And in struggling to look for employment, this means that, hear it clearly, these have the tendency of making you look for job for more than 3 years, 4 years, 5 years before you find a job to do as a man. So that term gainfully employed and employable only happens based on the age. So once you want to marry after 30, you should have the clearance that I have gone through this meal and I have been employed properly. When this is done, and you find it clearly that it has been done properly for you, this is one of the secrets you have to also go for. Now, you don't choose a lady when you are doing national service. You don't choose a lady when you are in school. You don't choose a lady when you are doing your national service. You don't choose a lady when you are in school. Let me tell you, when you complete school and go and do national service, you meet different women, sweeter, nicer, presentable than those you were keeping in your school. Point number 12 or 13. I think 12 or 13, okay? Don't desire to end your singlehood when you are gainfully employed. Marriage should not be the first thing on your list when you are employed. It should be the last thing on your list when you are employed. Hear me. This statement will not be so palatable to you until you get to the stage some of us are finding ourselves now. If you have the opportunity to chase these two things, women and money, chase women and chase money, if you have the opportunity for these two, my brother, chase money, women will come. When you chase women, money will not come. So when you start working, don't desire marriage immediately. Stop those excuses. If you don't marry early, you will sin and go to hell. You just be sleeping around with all women. You can stay without sleeping around with all women. And you can stay without masturbating. Enjoy everything you want to do in your singlehood. But the best thing you should do is that when you have the opportunity to chase women and money, chase money. When you have money, women will come. When you have women, money will not come. Money will go. So I tell young men, you have an opportunity to travel to America, to Canada, to Asia, to wherever. And as a young girl, you are dating back home. Then you are able to stick to the young girl and lose the opportunities you have. A young man has come to America. Afiba akuni mean kanitwi na nkofo asemamba. Ekwan fast de ne bae no ontimi nje ne krata wa humbradase ne anidie. Ya ye de betumi bia. Obetena mu ama na twom onya ne krata. Ya nka bia nhyem ya ti ho ya nkote a. O se ne dofo bia o Ghana o be ware no be ware de nti. De besisi wasana chiko Ghana. Kwa ware oba. No, why not we find back because onye ne krata fit ba kuni oba. Ebusia ba obosia ene ye di tua ne ho ka no de bae. Enti ebusia se oba de a ombetua e kana. Ye bo busia na ye bo e na ye di pe e kwan ma de ba akuru mu. Na de ebusuafo akoye oba na opeso be ware no. Nyankopon ni anukure ni. Na de ye mobo. Yakotwa oba no. Amoba na fili. Bema nse meko. Wasai bia oko. Odo ema dipa jimi. Masa to obo ase. Na unye wie a ema ne beba. Wanye wie mpo na unye bia ema no beba. Esa se ema no ye bo won se wondi bema sika. Na wo nso ye di a wo de ba akoye den. Oba bia a obo mode ma bema ne ho nso ye awale bia ye wudi ni. Widi samye ntumi enka. Esa se ye mwa bema ma ne nwale ye. Ye mfa ehunumobro enwale bema. Enti bema ho nso ye na oboa no wale na o se ne hyebre. Ma onse ne mfifire no mbre no nya wo ho ade no wale no nhwew. Na mafo awade a mote ho wo kuro yi mu a ye fre na bro bi achi a. Muna mo siese abrofo yi enhyehyɛ o mode to awade kwan se ne se. Bema ne oba enche efie ade yo. Bema na etu adan ka oba na ehwefie. Na me de binya nka ma ne tu adan ka ma bema na hwefie. Ho no be hu se ne boy den se efie hwe. Me ka no kra kyerɛw. Me ka no kra kyerɛw pa. Me na me gibi hu di. E na me ye fie ade nyina. Me bɔ mɔden me bɔ me ho mɔden. Ba le tore me hu se nkola ne hye atade bi. Omo hye shoe bi. Aduane bi a ye di wo fie ho. Sika am de maaye no ebro de egu fie ho na. Mu so obi baba oba awade yasi nani da ho ama waboka. Etoro ya me sheda kura bisa se na usika bebre wo bank mba cho ye de yeden o se bi ni ho asaw. Mene ni ndi akyinye esan se de amede mane ndoso mpo a onsu ngumi so oto de to aso. Meka twi bibi nti na meka twi. I like the statement. Chase money, you will get power. And women like power. Women were created to like power and authority. No poor man. Don't allow a poor man to marry you. A man who cannot feed himself 3 square meals per snack and cannot provide a befitting shelter for you. Not obey the wind chamber and hall, a proper chamber and hall. Whether it's rented or built, he is qualified to be called a husband. So man, get ready for these things I'm saying. You are preparing to choose. So make sure that these things are yours. Have enough money. As a matter of fact, let your account have money that has become your reserve. Let it be there. When you have done this establishment and you are okay, and you feel, even if you can't bill, you can rent and pay for the next 5 years your rent, then you should now desire to think of managing not just a home, but managing a human being alongside. All this time, you are enjoying your singleness. Marriage should come in after 30. I challenge all people who are married before 30. Any man who is married before 30 will go through a serious marital challenge. Well, you can debate it, but I'm telling you the truth. You will fight. Ubebre. And yes, but if you're not the wallet in yet. And about wali before 29, also son of baby, not me catch them. So know your age and watch if your achievement and your age are ready to manage yourself. Here, immediately you hit that road that I am sound on all the things I've mentioned, you have it. My brother, the next available thing is to go for premarital counseling. So you prepare for yourself a personality checklist. And as for the checklist, I explained so much yesterday. It is through the checklist that you can know that by what your family says, you can marry a Muslim, you can marry an Igbo person, you can marry this. Now, it is only through the personality checklist when you come that you discover very well that your electrophorus is AS. And for that matter, you are looking for the AA to marry. So you avoid the sickle cell. It is only by the personality checklist that you realize that, generally speaking, these are your weaknesses and your strength. And for that matter, as a melancholy, marrying another melancholy will bring a head clash. It is through your premarital counseling that you are able to devise a means of falling in love with somebody who is short, who is tall, who is fair. This is what premarital counseling does for you. Point number 14. Immediately you go for your premarital counseling and have a personality checklist. The most important thing now you want to do is to strike the ability to start dating. Now watch it here. In dating, you are supposed to establish a rapport, build friendship, and move to dating. Watch it here. Establish a rapport as a man, build friendship, establish a rapport, build friendship, strike dating. And I come and treat dating next week. Establish a rapport, build friendship, and then strike dating. Remember, dating is fixing a date and a time to know the demographic data of that individual who falls within or doesn't fall within your personality checklist. So if you have not known yourself through your personality checklist, through premarital counseling, going for dates will be a waste of time because you'll be trying everything, and before you realize, you are hooked up and fucked up in something that you are not ready for. You find yourself in something that you're not ready for. And it's because it's a mistake. That is not the lady, but it's you. So please follow these few things. And out of your personality checklist, you will know what you want to take home based on your family background, based on your personal taste, and based on your desire for the helper you're looking for. A lot will go into the consideration. Sorry. Oh, I'm teaching good. And I hope you are noting things down by yourself. Thank you very much, Jane. And I hope all of us are trying to get some point. Hit the like button. Can we do more? We are going slow today. I don't know what's happening. We are doing well, but it is not encouraging. And everybody is late. So I'm closing now. Give me the next 6 minutes. I'll invite those of you who want to come up, and then we'll take it from there. I can teach everything here. Now, when you have all these things ready and you start dating, to know who fits in for you, immediately you do that. Create a marital budget. Create a marital budget. Young women, hear this. Any guy who wants to marry you and wants to buy things together with you to go and marry, is not qualified to be your husband. A man who meets you and has set down a budget to buy whatever request is made from your family side is qualified to marry you. But a guy who wants you to come together and give you money to buy 2 cloves this month, 3 cloves next week, he is not qualified. Some have done it and they think they did well. Let's check the record. Madam, when was the last time after marriage that your husband bought you something? When a man cannot make mistakes of going to buy for you before marriage, he cannot make the mistake to continue buying for you after marriage. So yen na na yete oba miska mato ade mato ntuma nsiano aka kawana ameko akoto oboa ne hwanu kakra ya che ya trans 7 years ni 12 years ni eboa hwanu. Don't make that mistake with anybody. Raise an income that will be able to do the purchasing for the woman you are looking up to marry. The type of marriage you wish to have is not determined by the man, it's determined by the wife. You have no amount of money you want to share or want to spend that can be written down, because every family has what they take from you. So the cost you incur in marrying a certain family's daughter is not the same one that they incur when we are marrying your sister. So don't use your sister's budget as your budget in walking in town. Don't try it. But create a financial stability that will not hit you down to zero when you find a woman who falls within your personality check list. Be careful not to lose it. In all these times, be planning for your future. After you start dating, now have in mind your 10-year development plan after marriage. That also happens on your checklist. Because when you come for professional counseling, we build for you 10 years from now. Where do you want to see yourself? Mind you, all this time, you are a son to your parents and you want to become a husband to a certain daughter. So when they give you the no and they put to birth, you become a father to a certain child. You can become a father whilst you've not become a husband. We won't call it an error, but it will be one of the chambers that you need to enter to start another life in another way. It will be not planned. Some people plan it now. Bastards were not planned for, but now people deliberately decide to become baby daddies and think of marriage later. Growing up in my ministry, what we're taught in school was how errorful that was, until I started practicing and realized that it's not everybody who gets pregnant by mistake. Some young ladies and some young men have deliberately decided to have a child and think of marriage another time. And I've counseled a lot of people who are married today and they have regretted because they had opportunity to meet some level of high-class, high-profile men who wanted to change their destiny through childbirth, not through marriage. And they refused it. And they were waiting for a certain man to be married to. And today, their destiny is hitting the rock and they are regretting. So some have deliberately made a decision. I don't want to be married now, but I want to have at least 2 children, then consider marriage later. So want to be married as born 2, born 3. Young man, in your personality checklist, you answer all these questions. And out of these questions, you get answers for yourself. Your dating power has been given to you. And remember, dating doesn't involve sexual intercourse. But if it happens, we will not beat you. Don't beat yourself. But be careful, it will not lead you to become a father if you have not planned for. Because babies are not supposed to be made by chance, but by choice. You are preparing to go and choose a particular woman. They will determine how to marry their daughter. Away from what the law says, the family of the woman you want to go and marry have more power in receiving you and whatever they need from you. So as a man, be a man enough not to just be a son to your family, because your mother and father will forever see you as a son. But being a husband, you are only seen by your wife as a husband, and their family will only see you as an in-law. Your mother will never see you as a husband and will never treat you as a husband, but your wife will do, because you are a husband not to your mother and father, but you are a husband to your wife. My brother, choosing a gainfully employed woman is a plus. Choosing an unemployed woman is also a plus, because your choice is not dependent on their employment, but is dependent on their outlook. Their employment is for professional compatibility. And that's why I keep telling that when a nurse marries a doctor, the marriage doesn't last. The marriage suffers. When a teacher marries a teacher, it goes well, but it suffers when it comes to productivity. When a doctor marries a normal person out of the medical field, they progress well. So occupational compatibility is essential. Not the income of the woman, but how compatible are we when it comes to the two of us tying our knot together. One thing that I loved in my life growing up were nurses. It was not because I was working in the medical environment, but I have a soft spot for nurses, genuinely. And in my whole career, I now find myself that there are different categories of nurses. And per the profession I have, I needed to marry a nurse whose time would not be the regular ward nurse. Because we have nurses that work just by day and close, like the community health nurses. They have enough time on their hands. Like the public health nurses, they have enough time. As compared to the general nurse, who goes for night duty and have day off. So unfortunately for me, my work is so dangerous that when I engage myself in one of those type of women, our compatibility will become a crisis for us. So you see, in my personality checklist, I love them, but they are not marriageable to me. If I want to be in the medical area, a doctor is worse. But a public health nurse was good. A community health nurse was good because of that. So if that is, I'm just giving an example with myself. Or a civil servant who will close and get back in their normal thing. Not a civil servant with a political appointment. So the checklist have a lot of weight for you. It builds a lot of compatibility for you. I knew 10 years from the time I was getting married that I'll be more busy even in the ministry and in the administration of my counseling fraternity. So if I choose a woman who will be equally busy like me, will not make a home that is stable. These are the importance. And my temperament gave me the opportunity to choose a woman that will help me build, not help me fight. Because in temperament compatibility, there are temperament that will never be able to blend. The blending in temperament is not coming to say like poles. They are blending. That is why the word is marriage. Marriage joint. If you join copper to aluminium, it will join, but conductivity will become poor. And if you're joining copper to copper, you can join a copper that is 16 strands to 8 strands. And that is what marriage is all about. They are all copper, but one is 16 strands and one is 24 strands. That is where marriage joint is. And in marriage joint, it's unfortunate that anytime you want to disconnect marriage joint, anytime you want to reconnect them by disconnecting them, you will lose some of the strands attached to the other ones. So it becomes very indelible for you to take out. And as I bring my lecture to a close in lecturing, I want all of you to do an exercise, if you can. And this exercise is very simple. Yeah, I think this is how it is, if I can remember it. Okay. So this and this is our ring finger. Is that right? Can you watch me? All right, this is your ring finger. Bend it like this with me. And I'm explaining to you what it means to be married and difficulty. It can be broken, but it's very difficult. Now, the thumb represents your parents. And you would definitely leave your parents. So look at how simple you can separate your two hands. Are you doing that? Just do this. You can leave them. Perfect. Close it again. The index finger represents your siblings. And they too, you can easily separate from them. Yeah, they are family. That's perfect. That's very, very perfect. That's very, very perfect. If that's okay with you, yeah, that's perfect. Then, I think I'm right. I'm trying to be sure. Okay. So this is it. I'm right. Thank you. Good. Good. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so let's hold it together. So these are your parents, your thumbs are your parents, and these are your siblings. And the last one happens to be your friends. They will all go. Now, these and these are your marriage fingers. Remember, the one that I have bent signifies you. Yeah. And this one happens to be your marital finger, you and your wife. Wherever you are, with all the strength you have, I'm able to separate my siblings, away from my siblings, away from my parents, away from my friends, away from my parents. Try with all your strength and break away from your wife or your husband. Please separate it now. Try it. Try. Use your strength. Try and move it like the way I'm moving this one, the way I'm moving this one, the way I'm moving this one. Please move the marital one too. Move it. Push it. Push it. This tells you that it is not possible unless the you between is removed. That is why nobody must enter into any marriage unadvisedly. Yes, we can't tell you what will make your marriage work. But like me, I can tell you what your marriage can go through and break, or what can make your marriage not work. Now that the young man has been prepared financially to choose a woman, you need to be prepared to know by your checklist how to date and how to choose. Once you identify the woman, the choice of marriage a woman wants, whether it's in Ghana, it's in America, it's in Asia, it's in Europe, now you plan to know how to marry them. But the man must choose. Remember, my last point, you can only make a choice with your checklist when there are a lot. You can't choose when there's only one woman in your life. It means that you cannot date one person for more than 14 days as a man who is looking forward to marry. You need to date more than one person for more than 14 days based on your personality checklist and make a choice out of the lot. So choosing one, we've been there for 12 years, we've been there for 15 years, has never helped anybody in marriage. Most people, and remember, in all these deals, we need to learn how to pretend so that we can go a long way to help ourselves. My friend, I can't do all. And I open the lines for questions and answers. And like I promise you, I'm being very, very cautious and faithful to all that I said, not taking too much of your time. Once you have the quest to put a request there, I'll pick you up and we'll do it together. Thank you for coming. Keep sharing the page. Thank you very much, Jane and Amasantua, for all the points you have done. I'm grateful you came. If you didn't come, who could have come to do the write-up for me? Let's hear you. Those of you who have contributions, you have some additions, you also have some things you want to share. You have some additions and questions you want to ask. The floor is open now. And let's go. All right, so let's go together now. Please, when we pick you, try and mute yourself so we'll not have any other noise coming from your end. Thank you. All right, now I come back here. Let's welcome all of you. Who is there? All right, I think I have Echo, AJ, I have Gifty, and any other person who puts a request, I'll pick you up. So Echo, do you have a question or contribution on choosing, on becoming a husband? Hit the like page, hit the like page. Let's at least manage and do some 20K. It's not bad. I deserve more than that, but I know I've come late for you. I deserve more than that, but I've come late for you. So I will agree to whatever happens. All right, on Facebook, hit the link. Like the lady came yesterday, she wanted to come and then check with us. When you hit on the link, it will be easy for you to come and I'll pick you up here. And we'll go by that means. Thank you very much for joining me. All right, so if you're here, okay. So let me hear from you. TikTok. Who's on my TikTok? Good evening, Joycelyn.
This is Gifty talking.
Okay, Gifty.
Yeah. I've been married for 5 years.
Okay.
Before that 5 years, I had a baby.
Okay.
Before I got married.
Okay.
So after I gave birth, my father was like, we should get married. I was like, the guy should do nothing. But according to the pastor's reputation, he wanted us to get married. So I was like, okay, no problem. I don't want to give birth here and give birth. Yeah. But after the marriage, my husband changed, started making friends. He goes out, sleep out. Even started beating me. So I now went to meet my pastor recently and I told him that I've respect them now. So I'm tired and I don't want to. So what I'm doing now,
Gifty, there's some noise behind you. I don't know if you can control the noise for us. Your story is nice.
It's not me, it's the other lady.
Oh, also. All right, sorry. Thank you, Gifty. Sorry. I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you. So let me hear you clearly now. Thank you very much for telling me. Let's go. So you said you met your husband, you married. The two of you are going out and then you got pregnant and then the pastor said he should marry you or something. Is that what I heard? Hello, Gifty. Ooh. Hello, Gifty. Gifty, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so let me hear your story again. Now the place is quiet. We can hear you.
So, yeah, I'm here, counselor.
So let's go. I'm listening.
Yes, please. I can hear you.
So let's go ahead. I want to hear your story.
Okay. Okay. I've been married for 5 years.
Okay.
But before the 5 years, during the process, I got pregnant.
Okay.
I got pregnant. So the guy that, for me, I think where I come from, before you name the child, you have to do this knocking.
Okay.
Everything. So we went to meet our pastor. We used it to do everything at once, like she should marry me at once.
Okay.
So for me, I didn't want him to, because we didn't really know each other before the pregnancy came.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, so far as I've given birth, I don't want to give birth here and here, like different men. So let me just marry him, maybe. he's the way he is. So after we got married, less than a year, he started misbehaving. He started going out with ladies. Even that one wasn't my issue because I know most men cheat. But later, I asked one or two things what I saw. He started getting angry, going out, sleeping out. Anytime I talk, he always laughs me, beats me, and then a whole lot. So I went to see my pastor. By then, I wasn't telling any family members that this is what I was going through.
Okay.
So it was only my pastor that I was trying to tell him what was going on. And yes, I was not seeing any improvement. So recently, I involved my family members and his. So I told them that even though this has been going on for 5 years to 6 years, I haven't informed you before. Based on, I was thinking maybe I can try my best to work things out. But since things are not working out well for us, I don't think I can stay in this marriage anymore. So he was like, okay, if I say I want to divorce him, I can go ahead. So I've started the process, and he doesn't know. And this coming Monday, I'll bring him the letter. So I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing or not. So because I'm fed up, because any small thing he beats me, the last beating was very massive. So I have to go to the police station to report him in. And I'm scared. Maybe I might say something or something happen again, and maybe that one wouldn't favor me. So that's why I've started the process. So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
How do you feel? Do you feel you are doing the right thing?
To me, I feel I'm doing the right thing because I'm okay. Even we are in the same house. I'm not trying to get a place to rent.
But specifically, what are some of the things that he's doing that you can't stand anymore? Is it a beating?
Even we are not sleeping together. I'm alone.
Okay.
Without him.
Okay. How many children have you had? How many children have you had with him?
One.
Okay. Okay. So you just want to know whether you are doing the right thing.
Yes.
Me, if you ask me, I'll say from beginning you said that you didn't know him so well, so you didn't want to go ahead with the marriage. But because you didn't want to produce here, you thought that so you decided to move ahead. But for 5 years, you have moved ahead.
Yes.
Your life is at stake, and the abuse is too much. Based on the abuse, you want to leave the marriage. If you ask me, once that makes you feel comfortable, please go ahead. But you want to go through counseling as you go through this divorce. Because I don't think you have gotten to an age that marriage is no more attractive to you. You have to marry again, even after this one. So I agree, if you ask me, but what you have told me, and especially when the man himself said, yes, bring the divorce and let me sign. Was your marriage a traditional marriage or a civil marriage?
We did all.
Okay. So you are going to court, is that right?
Yes.
So they'll come and serve him with a certificate, with a wreath of summons.
Yes.
But are you safe in that house when he receives the wreath of summons?
I'm not really safe.
So what are you thinking about doing?
Right now, I'm thinking of getting a place. So
until you get a place. Once you go, he has a child with you. The court will make sure that he provides a place for you and the child. So if you think you are not safe,
that's what it's like.
Yes, if you think you are not safe, why won't you go and take your security with your parents or any other person?
Okay.
Because somebody who can abuse you, and I don't know whether the police asked him to sign a bond when he went in there.
Yeah. I don't even know what's wrong with these police people.
Hey,
I brought my case and then I told them this was what I'm going through, and even that one was very severe. But I told them I don't want anything from him. The only thing I want him to do is to sign a bond. And then they told me we should go. They will call him. So now they've not called us, and I have been calling them, and they will tell me.
Did you go to the hospital?
Yes, I went to the hospital. But
were you given a police form?
No, at that time they wanted to give me a police form, but the money the doctor was charging me, I wasn't having that kind of money at that time.
How much was it?
They said it was 250, almost 300.
Oh, sorry for you, but you could have just gone to the police CID. We now have a place that you won't pay, but they will do it for you, because it's one of the practical. Yes, it's one of the practical evidence, and I don't know why. So right now the police will be handicapped when they are calling him to come and sign the bond. Based on what? Is this word against your word? But by your injury, under the patient charter, no doctor is supposed to take care of any client who is wounded. Whether you fell, you were knocked down by a car, you were beaten by somebody. The law says that once it's assault, they should let the police be aware for investigation to start. So yes, they pay for that, and we are hoping that very soon they'll put it on the NHIS. But the doctors charge close to 250 Ghana cedis before they stamp for you, because they say that most of the time when they sign, they get themselves involved in legal battle. They are invited to come to court. So you pay for it, which is a legal fee. They charge you. It's legal. I don't know when they will scrap it. But if you don't have it.
The first one he did the first one. I went to the police station. They gave me a police report. As for that one, I paid for it. But this second one, I wasn't having money on me. I wanted to pay, but I wasn't having much.
So you don't have the report?
No.
So where's the police? Where's the police form?
Everything is with them. Everything is with them.
Is it with the doctor or with the police?
Everything is with the police.
So you don't have a medical report, but the doctor who took care of you is still there?
Yeah, he's still at the hospital.
When you go and pay, can a doctor write a report for you?
Yes, please.
All right, so take my number. I'll tell you what to do, because you need that report as part of your evidence, so that if anything happens, because right now, without a report, it will be difficult for the police to call him to come and sign. Which police station did you go to?
I went to Adenta.
All right, so I'm going to send you to Adenta. So call me. I'll send you to the head, the DOPSU unit head, and I'll let you see the madam. Tell the madam I say you should come, and they should assist you to solve this problem. This is not to stop your divorce. 8 + 1 862 571 39.
Please come again. 0
+ 1.
Okay.
862 is an American number, not Ghanaian number.
Okay. Okay.
571
571
39
50.
When I'm done with the show, call me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
I can't say everything here, but I'm ready to assist you so that the right thing is done. But whilst I plan to assist you, I want to encourage you to be careful, because a man who is abusive by losing the temper can do anything. I wish you move and find yourself in a place of safety whilst your divorce process goes on. And we'll talk. I can't answer every question here because of a lot of issues. But we won't blame the police. We'll blame you, because the police will work with the evidence you bring. The doctor's report is the evidence for the police to work. So if you don't provide them with a doctor's report, it will be difficult. And this is why I want to ask all the people here, Echo and the rest, If we can assist our sister to pay 300 Ghana cedis to get her report, we'll be doing her a good service. I can pay for her if nobody wants to join, but I don't want it to be only my problem. Can we all help her? She's handicapped. All of us, your 50 Ghana, your 20 Ghana can help us assist her to go and pay for the doctor's report so that the police can call this man to sign a bond. But now they can't call him based on the medical report. That is how he can be called. So all of you watching me, all of us on Facebook, let's get together and raise this money for her. Is a sister in need. She's done it before, but this time is a legal fee she has to pay. 300 Ghana cedis will do for her. If we even give her 500 Ghana cedis, it will make a lot of sense. I'm going to give her free counseling. I'm going to assist her free from now until she's done with the divorce, so that we'll save an innocent woman. We don't want to lose her. For me, I'm not bragging, but 300 Ghana cedis is nothing to me. So whether you help me or you don't help me, I will assist her to pay. Take it as I'm bragging. That's okay. But what is it? How much would that be in dollars? That's less than $50. If somebody will have to be going through problems because of $50 and cannot get support, this thing we do is to support people. 5 years of her life has been abused. And nobody should be encouraged to stay in an abusive relationship, because abusers don't change. And when we don't help the abuser to go through a bond so they will live well, they are still available for other women that they might abuse them. The police can only work with our support. Let's help a sister. Let's do it together. Let's help a sister. Let's do it together. I know what you can do. Echo, you are there. I fear you are there. We can do something to it. Gifty will help you. Okay. But I want this help to come very fast before anything happens. But if you tell me this beating was severe, well, that will become escalation of her problems by the law. Because beating a woman or harming a woman is against the civil law. And we should allow the law to work than telling the brother to go and beat himself. That will not help. The law should work. And that can give this young man an opportunity to go through counseling, to work on his temper. Usually when men are not ready to marry you, and they are forced by pastors and leaders to marry you, some of them get angry as they move on, because marriage is not easy. Very boring. Very boring. Especially when Gifty saw that this is not going to happen. This is why I'm preaching that abstinence is a key word, but safe sex will help us, so we don't find ourselves in relationship based on pregnancy. I'm sorry, Gifty, but I promise to help you. I am going to help you. Thank you very much. We'll help you get a doctor's report so the police can call you to sign a bond. And you will have to be at a place that you feel safe. Even though you are not together. If he gets angry one day and set the whole place will leave ablaze, which have happened before. We've seen it several times in our study. I don't want to lose you. When you are able to leave, any amount of money I spend on you, you might go and work and come and pay back. You become more productive when you are sound. So I'm sorry on behalf of all men that you met the wrong one in the wrong time, but they are equally nice gentlemen who will keep the rest of your life safe and sound so you can go to heaven. So call me on that number and still be online. Let me talk to Efia. Efia.
Thank you very much.
Yes, my dear. How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, we are treating how to marry as a man, and our sister just brought.
Yesterday we missed out.
Oh, yesterday, I don't know what happened to these TikTok people. Yeah.
Alright, when I get my list, I'm going to ask questions.
But I get the chance today, so go ahead. I'm ready to answer questions for yesterday. It's not your fault. Oh, girl. Maya. Oh, my love.
I think there was one that you said. I think you said we should work on beauty or something.
Yeah. It's a point. Work on your beauty. I don't know the number, but one of the first things you need to do is work on your beauty, not your character. Work on your beauty.
Yeah.
Work on your beauty.
And when working on your beauty, it will be the time limit or the time span they will need to do that. And then last time I was saying we shouldn't wait too long.
Yeah.
So which is which?
Now, working on your beauty depends.
You said one point, you said enjoy your singleness.
Yeah, so my dear.
So enjoy your singleness, no? Some people will tell you that if you enjoy it too much, you end up you'll be too comfortable in your space that you will not even want to go ahead with it. So can you explain a bit how to enjoy your singleness?
Now, anytime you are doing the best to enjoy your singleness, it puts you in a space of wishing to become double.
Is it?
Yes. So, for example, if you are having a single life with me, that we are dating, no sex, we have all the butterflies in us, and we want to spend time together, and you have a feeling by your personality checklist after your premarital counseling that I'm the right guy for you, the next thing you want to see is, Charlie, this thing, meet me, Debia, my uncle, fear me, I'll do fear, you know, that kind of thing. I go and see you off, and then you come and see me off. I go and see you off, you come and see me off. Charlie, those times, the Ashaman boys mentality. And yet, Uber time, a common time now, social media, and you win. You could jail quite free night calls. And a public Juma, Uti phone you so lonely. I am so lonely. I got nobody to call my ooh. I love you. I don't know what to do. I can't sleep. I can't close my eyes without you. What did you make us till 3 a.m.? Now what did your phone?
It's okay. I understand now.
So once you get into proper dating, it builds your confidence to say, I am ready to go into this dangerous thing called marriage. Whether it will work or not, I'm ready to go into it.
Yeah, and I think yeah, how you said we should have so many voices, like different voices to talk to, like men, like we should have one for
the way you talk to me, your lover, like me and you, the way we talk. The way we talk on TikTok, when we finish the phone, we shouldn't talk like this. If you talk to me like this, it means that I'm still an ordinary person.
So it's a technique and a skill we need to learn.
It's a skill you need to learn, and everybody has it. Because life is about pretenses. No, life is about pretenses. You should learn how to pretend. When Eve was eating the food,
the only time we die is when we want something from men. That's when we have a different voice and a different way of.
Thank you.
You know,
that is another way out. But at least let there be a difference in the way you talk to everybody. Your lady friends should not have the nice voice like me. So I say that have a pretentious voice. So that this is the secret. Once you have a voice that you use to address me, when you are off, I know you are off because the voice have changed. It's one of the techniques. So I call you and you go like, hi babe, how are you doing? Well, I'm managing. I've just closed from work. I'm tired. I want to get home. So that's when everything is all right. The same person I call you. Hello? Yes. Talk, I'm listening. It means something. I send yes. How was work? You care to know? It was fine. Have you eaten? Well, if it sounds like you want to be concerned, I'm here to buy something to eat.
Have you? As a counselor, I think that we all have it, because when you're angry, you don't talk the same way as when you're not angry.
Oh, there are people that when they are angry, they are not. There are people when they are angry, they are not angry. They talk the same way. So you don't even know when they are angry. Every question they answer. So when they are even angry, they are answering you.
Okay, I get it.
And it also makes you identify those who easily get angry. It helps you to identify those who easily get angry. But there are people that they can tell you, hey, what the Emma wants me don't know look at you, and you laugh it off. When you tell them, then they will take it, they will take an offense. So your body shaming me. But catch yourself, that is why the temperament profile is very important for premarital counseling. Because in the weaknesses of the 5 temperaments, everybody, like for example, the melancholy likes to laugh at others, but never want to be laughed at. So if you do your temperament profile, you can accommodate everybody. And those people who know their temperament profile while they prepare their personality checklist, when you're going out with them, it becomes something else.
Because I don't know, we were really listening. It was very unfortunate the network messed up. So
it was
at the
not
point you couldn't hear what you were saying.
It was not the network. It was the TikTok company limited.
I think I even told that I hope they haven't reported the account, because normally when they report the account.
And what have I done for my account to be reported? That was I was asking myself. And yes, yesterday we had a lot of people who were learning.
Everything just went off.
So if somebody has gone to report me, well, the things I teach, they are mine. They are mine. And now and I'm in Amontia. I hear no here. One young.
I think so. No. I don't know. Say, is it now? I'm sure say dangerous for you to still be in the house and
only baby one to your kind or see your boys can't move. They are the Dr. Kra. They are the Dr. Kra is signing medical report money. Not bear money go sign bond kran. Oh nyebi or hima.
Because it's not safe. Because I wouldn't when they best say now what if you are never when you are there,
no, and I make canon. Wasn't him my bianco actually? Boy, no corner or sign bond nepa. Yeah, the back can I mean him saying I prepare divorce reasons, no. Because if you talk about abuse, court may bizarre evidence, and the evidence is what a doctor has written to the police. And as is here, no, but court doctor then will say a prano, na funa home, one man draw or no go to any medical bill. But only sika doctor never sign report to the Akoma police for. Abraba nipa bonio. Oh here, hey, oh here, oh here, oh here.
Man, so see what catching a bush for is it that why decided she wants? I don't know whether families are being man or no one deciding to go ahead.
Oh, see, a Bushani Babu no catch on say, see, they were blown to be on a Bushani see you. Bearman is also a place on Jana. But I see the one happening.
But they will say this, so they will say this, but when you go ahead the divorce, then that is where it be brave.
Say anybody the Beman now.
So this on the ring round.
Why don't they hear or him? Your sanity is very important.
No, you're the right way, but Beman is what kind of sound. You know, like a buffoonia is risky because
Emrani say, Emrani say, Jawa, dear now, I will learn into yourself every moment. But till then, I wanted to have the report from the doctor, Chesa Branch and Abbott. Is a branch with Nakaso, Boafan and Zanka?
No, flower, there, so,
oh, And this kind of the end, I ain't paying one. Why? I hear, the amateur organ and you. When more Ghana can on Casamphone check. Makotia, my friend, Makotia, Sana me. Minimum money chilewa. Me will be a mean who need that or my brabo. But me chill scam myself on one. Yes, I say scam I use one swap. Yes, say, mean says scam. What I say? Nipa bread. Hey, Abutro. The secret is patience. We don't have patience, my sister. This marriage industry.
Because all these things in America, no, our first and now and your common so better start and say when you're you're lucky all these things, but this generation, I hope that they will learn from. Because now I know all these things are very common and online. Just listen to the right edition and just
yes, now they have enough education. I bet 3 hours. 2 hours, Maya. Me credit.
Because last time I said you shouldn't marry a poor man, and people didn't understand you, but and America, that was the truth. Most of us that made that mistake today we have left marriages because of that mistake. A man who cannot feed himself and buy a snack. So polo.
And I be kind and brandy. Kube crow to an any Kuberu and a cocoon. Oni Kuberu and a cocoon. Minikofiadoma. Only Kubera and a pom of Bechanis can because of 20 Ghana cities could be again and to me. Obansu be say could be so benno. Ganya again and count as your metal Kubeno and say when you're back or it. Son of seeking 75 Ghana. Or Moonswak or so if 35 go 55. A boy beans.
I'll see if a woman marries before the 29.
Yes, will be a while before 29 be an away big. I didn't necessarily titru na to mean now what they say. There's only 23 on your back pay be near the amount branch be 26 or no afin or na chance no wale fide chi abo ani sunko jan so ani sunko ni eja wale nto metro ni be fie no ni re oni kum kafra e so mo ya wale o mo ye mo flat nti be man de ni ti flat mu ye ti busumi rent ni e fi ni pay light bill water bill fi di pay nti be man ni adwuma kra den ya
anyway
J, is it JD? I saw something. Yes. Hello, who is there? Talk and let me go to Facebook, please.
I'm here.
Hello. I'm so bad. Show. JD, another.
And JD.
Okay. Minko school in town, Woody. JD.
That's an Obi question. Obi say, how can I be popular like you? I'm a council. I should be JD. No comments.
Find me, just send me $120,000. I'll make you popular like myself. Faster than me. Why? Hi, JD.
Hello, counselor.
JD. Cool.
Okay, counselor, in problem. Okay, let me speak English.
Speak English because my second wife is on the line. She can't speak girl.
Counselor, okay. I'm a crack girl.
Yeah, me.
I want to shock you.
Shock me.
Come at me. Maybe I'll put me a guy.
What Ganyo kabwena bole down. Take it at
Oh, well, no, I don't think so. No, I think no.
No,
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. It's not that you are not sure, but you can't remember. Ekole ganyo kwe trouble to dance. She only ake ganyo. Try no manyaba.
No, I haven't. Council, I haven't. No. I mean, no, I didn't. No. You know why? You know why? You want me to say it? I don't want to cause war.
Go. Mineo.
You know your people.
What have we done?
Some are lazy. Yes. So I had that. No, but because in Campbell, we were living the same neighborhood.
So lazy in bed. You are talking about lazy in bed. Oh, so you think they are lazy in bed?
Not lazy in bed, they are lazy in nature. So I didn't have it. Seriously, I didn't want anything to do with them. They were my friends. We were bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, then you are about to be a married material to one of them sitting down here. And to bet you come and answer in public. How come you fell in love with me and agreed to marry me? JD, let's go.
Okay, counselor.
Yes, my dear.
I and my husband, we started dating, I think 7 years before we got married.
Okay.
So after married, no. Oh, one way pew, so that my five no.
Okay.
Fresh. And so I won't go complain to them and say, oh, to see I never you know.
Who are complaining to them why?
Before I dating your uncle.
Then who are complaining to them why?
Mommy can say,
Ne mame.
Yes,
sister, well, young.
Yes, and then papa.
Hey, I don't know about one.
No, ma, who said me father ni only friend and everything. On nas but my name per se be an baby bia she go medi complete come papa ho nas no show be sana.
No, come on, mommy.
So that is in the money. Yes, all right, yes, I'm
asem na she, me ntie o. Asem na she enko.
Nti me ko reporting them no, and I'm afraid be ma no. Ba me ni asem a be ma no ko catch ni busuafo. O man free man na say e dan bisa asem no emi. No ko catch. Later papa ne free ye me ni bi say embra. E ni papa no. Na mama ne bisa me say before be worry some wonderful ana. And I'm say wonderful. Into na send about 1 and 4 into the bunny Pia. I shouldn't call him.
And you na mesiri wo na ade bi amachire wo ha nkrofo anti ase on betie obi na aba Emma witness ye ko wo tie de ye ka
metie pa
managing conflict na mechire wo ada anti ase. There's a living witness here. Ko sister metie o ma me say
send the bunny Pia for behind me. The bunny Pia for behind me. I shouldn't call him.
Okay.
And it's okay. But in terms of I feel no Pia I mean friend no no be some say. And it is a Pia I mean friend Pia. And I'm so happy Pia. It's all no jai. Pia no go. But I feel some year be assassin. Because like when I see we just within this month we on my name to be a bet na say. I'm sorry on she Odidia was I think 18 years. Odidia the bona kusua mame. Send me go boss name. I catch any of them and say, only a boy we go passy. On your she. At least one casa so go be on pra hollow. This was pre components on pra hollow. Or catch a message me go catch any new say. Also be juma. When I mean to me what has a movie. On some makes be all can be one question. He didn't say anything to his kid brother. And I would jam a son and be the me because I didn't remember one who complained. Back on 1 hour for say if you're banning off our honor. Saying son and Benel Brown with me, so I kept everything to myself. But when I heard Yanni, as my boy Nibia, or complains and do a dorsal, the man keeps transfer said, and is shut. Oh, instantly forget here. That fed it when I can't be an Adriana a year and nothing becomes money. Nanny Booth say, I think it was me and the money. It was or no. And I'm saying, how can I give food to you? Our parents told me and what you're saying. And I said, I say, I had a new site beside when you have baby. It's not me, and a man. So I Booth fishing trim. So the last time, no, a cool crumb. And I'm catching so Bema, she niffy and so bad. To rice and get one be bra. I have been young Koshabia account at a young one. You may need it. Me cannot see you. You thought was and you make 9 o'clock no buy. Oh, but not Adriana for himself. But there were 2 pieces of chicken, actually free, and I'm watching you now. They are to go count, actually, you mean I'm in Yam. Idiot. Or what die I bought over no sorry. Adriana, why you found? I'm say, you don't be no, some guys so bad to them, but you go to the man. Say before social media. Mankasa. It's just recently and a friend be Eba has a person and a friend be best runner. And I'm so when you say a granny at the moment now. It is always not called chicken at the Abba, but sugar power. We can win female. And I'm down from the bedroom. Casaya Casa one about 2 o'clock we are two. So I hammer. And I'm called cabin, creep, and I'm the man. Hey, that's some tire pipe.
Na oka ben kun wa mani bi.
Mama go stew no crush chicken 2 pieces of chicken and a good stewing. I'm the man.
And today they need you ferry.
Yes. In visit Biana make have me push him.
Na what the man on so fan send dum, one fan send dum and di ben kun bi.
Debbie.
Na or chance ya de need e beba, e say ato ne pron won atamfo ani.
Yes. A hands or bad kitchen be something and I dran away. And I was just a being done. Ben kun be wo. It's a nam ne no. And bufu ye. It's about 3 days not on for Menkasa. It's not saying be or me feet and edges so.
Okotre.
Some are fire friend. Some are fire from one as I know me miscarried at once. I'm catching so old. Which are a to me. Send me a nipper, send me a tree, we female.
Wow.
It's not. We feel to make one Saturday we are 2, Saturday we are 2. But now I'm about 4. After 8 it's getting worse. And now my far. I'm about 1 year bones will come out. I'm finally in the fresh image now me call hospital. I'm a hospital machine. If you me from hospital, I'm back to me in the field. I'm go back to my parents. It's all about kind why you enough from beginning of the marriage me na edition do so for. So they got angry. And I'm a friend so on I'm friends on brown. But patch up, okay, fine, that's it. And they all say Papa cannot sing it. You trust me now, so in brief. But ever since I feel my parents were bare few on Kwame Kasada. It is an answer, ma, who fee me. Me, Adriana, as in Mrs. So, me funny did Brenna. Papa said, Debbie. No, not so continue doing with you.
Adriana, one no good thing, and now on one idea.
Yeah, my mom, yes, one.
No, I could think.
Yes, me has me fat. No, I'm 7.
And you over 7 or 7.
Also, I shouldn't 7.
But Okoti Adriana, one.
Yes. You may cry for no, you may leave me a mutual. I'm beside some friend and Brenna or say Debbie. No, no, I'll cook 7. And you send me when you're me.
There are too many mistakes that you have done. Well, but I'm happy you are alive. After miscarriage, you are managing yourself. Can you relax not to get pregnant now? Would it be possible for you?
No. Debbie.
What's your question? Can you relax not to get pregnant now?
Yes.
Okay. Because there are too many conflicts that is coming up in a marriage, and if you don't take care, you might build a family that you regret for. The fact that you date somebody 7 years doesn't mean the person will be a good partner for you, because marriage cannot be practiced before marriage. And the first mistake a wife can do is to report a husband to his parents. And the second mistake a family can do is to invite their in-law to talk to him. So your parents didn't have the right to talk to your husband. They had the right to talk to your husband's family. Do you get it? So they would talk. So the father could have invited his father. But in all these things, you've not seen any change. It's still the same.
No.
And I hope you are not fed up going back to your parents. Talk to them.
No.
All right. So I might not be able to address all the issue here. You need serious counseling to make a decision. He's not violent.
I thought of divorcing him.
I agree. If you want to divorce him, I can't say don't divorce. It is you in a marriage. But I hope he has not become violent. But he's threatening you emotionally with not talking to you 3 days, 4 days on Kasa.
Yes.
And the worst of it is that you have miscarried, you are bleeding. He leaves you to go to the hospital on your own whilst you do impregnate yourself. That was a bad move. It's not done. No matter how angry you are, it's about life and death. From 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 2 hours bleeding. I mean, anything could have happened to you.
Yes.
And saying sorry, I don't know where it comes from. So just pick the number. I can't say everything here. Yeah, just give me a call after the show on 862 +1 862 571 3950. Okay. You are going through this issue. Who is that? Somebody to say is going through your issue. So please do a request and let me hear your issue too. But I'm going to help you, girl. Whatever decision you want to take, you need to go through counseling to take it. It will help you. Okay. All right. I can't do all the interrogation here because you need some level of privacy. So have you written the number down? Jenny, did you get the number?
No.
So Jenny, have the number again. It's on the screen, but let me give you again. And Jenny, the number is +1 862 571 3950.
Yes.
Good. Call me right after the show on WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so you can still be there. Let me talk to others there. If you do you have any other question?
No, that is all.
Okay, Grace, you can come and do a request and I'll pick you up. You want to try the ginger chips? Okay, so wherever you are, I can send you a ginger chips and you can have it in the whole wide world. Okay, all right. So who is there? Who is a Vicky?
Yes, Counselor.
Yes, my dear. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So, any question, any contribution?
Oh, okay. Yes, Counselor.
I'm listening.
I'm going through the same thing.
When you say the same, explain to us because you're not married to the husband. So, what is your own?
Many guy be many name I started 17 years and sometimes we were 22 years and since I am 37 years many ni shasi it's many date for 5 years and now be worry me no yeah if we knocking after knocking and obey me one day that will feel it's a minute you are time na me share gang na only be na me so me school 2 years na me share me so me juma it's the me what relationship now or start so twin juma it's no we juma me ni kakra and a baby and I may work the akolan was 15 years. It's me work akolan and now obey me one the ankasa. And now many me a woho Ti this ano. Sika kakra banise. Na osi dan yanya asasi kakra na osi chamber house company. Na ye team. Na me sambe wa kola second one. Onu so sisi awo 11 years. Nti mini guy wo won. Beginning no ne suban no oye bibi ameka na o hye me so. Ompese meka. Otumi pie anytime opea na waba. Nti mimi obi a akuma ha meka kra.
Okay.
Nti yes ana akoye aise kasa anyway.
Okay.
Nti edide mu a eya ade a otaye na we pie ni na dan fofo akose sika no makonu nsa na odi omo epie ni sanyama no ebi wo ho ba na be ka che me say oh minimum dan fofo pie no makose almost 5,000 cancel but untumi hwefi untuma misika like oh me reji ne fa koto bibia na ji ne fa koye uti ji ne fa koye dia wo pe onye saade no da me bisa ne sika be ye ntopa da me bisa ne sika se oh mbesa me ye meeting price na ya me bon obeche mutu na obeche mutare se menji na misa miso abra wonim se menye adwuma na wo so nti school I was saying matumi akọ school because of me see me do nti matumi akọ school one ma nyama bebre adile wa brabo wa twemi akọ ekyiri nyama bebre wo say me go school wo say me go school a na me ekyiri me ka chense me nya ni class nti ma me nko and like me don nti o kana me so na the me so me vision na me so na me jai counselor nti e dey kwafun I say no afa girls wo your area no area yetin no afa girls money omu date ani in some bebre it's me ko bogu si afo amani me kan na mo afre na omo asese yenta na ya sambetina but counselor this year dey kwaso ne dey counselor me wu me catch busiafo na ise me na me pekasa na se bibi ba di omuba ni ye me no omuntu mi nka so omuntu omuba fo se obi ba wu akofa no tina ma ge we na nje counselor me wa hanu de bia me hyede me so de bia me so me dia reho me ni ani je bia sisi a wakofa oba fufuro de bia me bisa no ti oni oba bia ni ona so counselor be ma menenete waja ye meni akola mienu ho akoda baby fufuro once in a week asa na obebe fi and next Thursday say obebe fi obeba no 12 o'clock 1 o'clock asa na obeba efi de bia me bisa na na makoda adwuma mu me da adwuma mu nso my investigation ni na nye go na oda it if apoti na okoda o bisa na onka o frɛ na na jodu a o frɛ ukunu onfa o frɛ ukunu na jo onfa ifa na wo a o yi frɛ wa na jo waja me ni nkola mienu ho me frɛ wa wonto me fa me ko ade achia na wa frɛ na o ma store counselor be this si anu menye adwuma counselor to me my meaning kola 300 cedis a week meaning kola me give me some or my 300 cedis a week and one idea bia wo fi 300 cedis and say ye di bia wo fi same now person de nyanya ma kitikiti nkola mo be ko school feeding fee counselor 300 cedis and the baby anya se oni bi counselor mi shia be mai oni bi o shia mi asa na we su adwuma wie sisi a oye electrical engineer. Who will see Kanika? And then only be. But guy will mean now break 70 good years. Oh, to me, Shame. Oh, mammy, need you, dear. If you are me, dear woman. Me did not someone. Elko Busia phone was to me, Kevin. Cancel the oil because the town in some more money boost their phone. To me, can answer. Out to a mobile phone. Go jammy so soon to me, jammy. Won't to me, jammy. Cancel the PM, dear, me,
Man, oh, I dang. Miss Rowman, why? Miss Row. Man, why? About chop. Kafra, why? Jaisun. Jaisun.
Today, the Alba online, me person me banner. Me swimming banner, me bet the amount for the enemy swimming from to me. But Obimu dear Miss Santia, now as I awake, in India. Oh. Because guy we or mama brabo I passa.
Oh.
So I was saying me for.
Oh.
But to me, I'll go school, Nancy school magic for.
Oh.
Me started school, I mean, 10 years.
Oh.
Cancer, man, to me, I'll go school. Me soon, I mean, you may be a answer.
Now, dear cousin, won't show a bush and force you. Yes. Yeah, I made a casa. If you are,
it's me, Casa.
Casa, me, tea, me, dog.
No, where Jaden?
Oh, Jaden. Okay, uncle. Gas if you are.
The media be meeting no, not only you may be a. So I, Nana, me father was Capa. So me, na me buano, a pair shop, me son of a so ye, but I'm go school. All of us we had time to boutique into clothing. I help him with the shop. Later, I got you main shop to do. And as for also person called China. Na me buano, I got China Navy. Because I was say worry, 1 city put 7 and 1 city. Or man be that.
What?
Or man be that. Yeah, you know, I didn't ask him for the money because I'm just not only. So I was the one helping him. That I've been could do because me, my want is son. That's what they year. Now it's me supporting me. From the day I worry, from any was a dating, they be seen me. Me near once people from him that. Yeah, but worry, it's called the mommy 5,000. Therefore, me list not the mom 5,000 also. Me am the become Adriana drink, then the reception everything. I can't bear make up. I can't bear make out. Let me be for wedding. And so they seen me. Once the boyfriend and once the when you be mamma, many business and a minister. Before business come, my husband go shine the phone or so. If you are bear 3,000, bear 4,000, bear 10,000, and then phone or so. Maybe some maybe. Not be castle. Nasham morning in answer, a young nation move. But my boss would then bush for me, cousin papa before the war. Business a day, and I'm so a chimney. Or business makes me Anna. And I'm say, I, or being the no Samadon. Missy Annie, melt meets me. Papa has 1 penny, and I'm the papa to quanto quasian also give mine. So Missy makes me dear, oh, ma'am, who quite said me worry. It doesn't so many things or yammy, mean to go find for complaint, come out for say. Say this sin a bemano, a day young because on beside me, and has made to me. Papa sold on penny, many papa coin. No mistakes, sir. Sometimes I blame myself. Papa said there been a make tea, ya. Aka, and one nurse or bass.
Do ya?
Oh, they many me bad first born we. Some me quando bibi, and my catch bear man so me quando say. Only some me quando be what to call a friend. And the parent of the idea for me. And now I say, me come mamma ho. Mako, the embassy me, mamma, ya mammy. Many me bad first born. Me want to share mammy. Nothing. So I took out a wife called a pizza, and I did go. the buffy. Me yashi. Come plantations come condo pa my friends or but come not so bad. Ought to be brown crana or bedra and I'm a refi. No, send me to question the Mrs.
Hey,
Have a pammy.
hey.
Habits never. In some is you. Your arm. Savannah saying you're being kind of channel.
Me, na se me who you. I didn't have one friend me name in Casa. And I'm going to travel my ones. And I started cancer, same year, Yamboa Bema and Money Wale, Montia, na me we.
Ah, never knew who ye.
Hey, it's a me go so Casa. Men, what Bema Money Hons, ya Wale no. As if he chair, what is Sunku, Janis, what is Sunku, Vic. So, with all these our services here, what is your decision?
So I see me imagine say the person me free our arena. Sana person me.
Okay.
But also we are not all threatening.
Saturday.
Say me Johnny Wokwa, me mebre. Me Johnny Wokwa, me nya be me biati so no.
And I say ampa. Vic. Vic, eh? Ujani hopa, ubenya bebe biti so. Vic. Vic. Ah, ujani hopa, ubenya bebe biti so.
Menya be me be more than all.
If you feel that no threat to say ujani hopa, unya bebe biti so no. I don't know how. Say no cre omwa. Because the man is not making you happy. He's not fulfilling his purpose in your life. So if he tells you that when you leave him, you get a man like him, are you not happy to go and find a man better than him?
True.
So, or you don't understand? Do you get where I'm coming from?
Counselor, you see, I know the problem. The problem is see and say, see, I mean, Juma. See, I may see me free, ni free qua, me qua. It's a me sound coming, my me hope practice.
Vic.
And now say me, Counselor.
Vic. Amount 300 Ghana cedis, me boy.
I try.
One in Kuala, Mummy and Sano, every week, no amount 300, and so me boy.
And so baby, I can't.
Metias here. And I will see Ujano courses here, only a Jumaya. Vic, then I want to mean what we are seeing, apart from a show. Maybe a shower no when you do the time because apart from a shower. But then I want to mean what we are seeing. Because ushe demu esu udi areho uni enije sika enihu enya be won your be maybe omo bi bia but oyan kwasiade a different story. But the who can say when to me na adiaba coming for look, let me say this in English for the rest of you. Never sacrifice your career for anybody. Never.
Bless you.
Never. What is it? What is wrong with you people? That you are supposed to go for nursing training. When you get pregnant, you can still go. Who told you pregnancy will start from going to nursing? Who is he? That who goes school saying no? Ubejan. He is not qualified for you in the first place. How do you allow such a person to marry you? He's not qualified. Vic, I said you have to start from somewhere. It is not all finished. You can become somebody better than. Look, you can read, you can write, yes or no?
Yes.
My dear, there are more opportunities that we can create for you. Put yourself together. rise up from this coffin mentality. If the marriage is not working for you, leave and move on. You are not created for him. Any man who cannot sacrifice for somebody's daughter is under a curse. And he will pay for it. And don't be worried about when I leave, he will take care of the children. My sister, higher point. 300 Ghana cedis. It's better you leave the money for him to pay 2,000 Ghana cedis a month. Child support. Pay for rent.
God bless you.
You see, you people, I don't know what is your fear. Vic, what is your fear? No, what is your fear? Why? Why do you want to kill your soul? Cry. Hey. Oh. Vic.
Counselor left, he's paying more now.
You don't know. Listen, I said somebody said he will not pay for the children's fees. And everybody was afraid of him. I am proud to say this. When I took the case up, he's paying more than $12,000 every month. Anytime they mention my name, he says, Nyame Tiameka. Bami Nyame Tiameka. I can't sit to see this happening. And the woman was suffering. And the man was having money. Maminu, a cabby me papa ni ye chiman so sama papa ni tiame cabby awaja from kindergarten. No, a big man wa Ghana. Now only about to know about in Bua, enti den, upen oba embu. Upen oba embu. Moso dia minim dia muni modo, mo shi odo da. Oba bi atimi do buema o. Me po me yin ndo me. No, silly one. Vic, you need to do something. Pick the number. You need to do something, Vic.
Okay,
Vic, you need to do something.
Okay.
And you see, I get very pissed off when people are supposed to make decisions and you go and help them, then they come back and say, it's okay, Councillor Janice. So me for the Christmas. Look at some Janice, I made Janice out. Esa Jedi na be kase Vic na be kase ye wie na me se ebusuafo adwuma me ye didie me boamo de obi etua 10 cities no muntua 2 cities na mo se mu ni bi ntima tram bia mo na mu sebi o mu hu a me de na ewu emba bi jimi emba bi jimi Munja Jimmy no sell dog. Bema ne ho so ye ya ware ne ageden. Afia meba. Bema ne ho so ye ya ware ne ageden. Wo de ne so den so de ageden. E na ajo so fa akwa na ebo ehuro. Ehuro no do be si den. Hey Vic, Fanamano +1 862 571 Namani Namho 3950 show what TikTok na see eko. Yebeso asem na no. De wo pese oye na mebo waye. Me tun kire de obeye. Ba jai sunu.
Anche.
Enye kwasie bia na esuma no. And I'm sure them mesusa. And I'm sure them mesusa. And I'm sure them mesusa. Why should JD only ni kruti wa wenya miscarriage from 2 o'clock? till 4 o'clock.
Oh.
Stupid man. I'm saying, I'm be there. Say, you don't want friend to my through here. I'm so you didn't mean through me. I said, I mean, or me be share. I mean, pray that. Sure, that's my Jimmy.
Counselor.
Grace Life. Vic.
Counselor.
Vic.
Yes, counselor.
Oza kanama no. Vic, oza kanama no.
Pacho, I know number.
862 no wada da wa hu. Me da say Grace Life yen ko ne yen pe be fa. Yen tie wo so de na. Ti da ben.
I left with my son and he's paying for it now.
Is he still paying the small money he has been paying?
No. And then I've taken one of the houses with and I'm with my son.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
Obetua krobe kasasa boy dey already with you.
The family is asking me
That
I keep and I'm a gold digger.
but
You
if,
are when I was going through all the things.
no, but Galam say people is Akubu I don't know struggling to stop them. My sister, at least you are a happy person now. You are happy. I'm coming. You are a happy person now.
I'm more than the word happy.
Okay, but you should be planning to marry again.
Oh yes, I'm currently dating.
Counselor, no one got to know if you're baby.
What's that?
Thank you.
No one got to know if you're baby.
Assets near their man by divorce.
I said, we're bad deal. Somebody
it's your wally or the Danny be high. No, this can see for from. Me too for. Hey, Fana Malinian 2 for why? 862 571 echo. Ejuma me yeni 3950. Sister Brahmin Boa was started dating idiot. Mammy Boa on tem. Now I'm fast.
Okay.
+1 862 571 3950. Sister Bra. Why? Namu Vic ye di muntie di akwaso. Man slow. Me few are on shan kwala no. Hey. Obe show mo emus, obe show mo fili. Embra wo kromo. Embra wo krom. Na mo so afi na mo kɔ no. Mo nsua de.
Counselor, and the law is working.
People don't know the law is working.
The law is working.
Oh. Hello, JD.
Counselor, if you don't get property be and so.
Munya he.
No, 1 year more new.
Now, so Obuan, how many years in
Like
you?
1 year 9 months.
Obuan, how many years in you?
1 year 9 months.
Obuan, how many years in you?
Hey, Eddie, when I can 9 years old.
But that's all. Well, that's all. Obia won a ba. Want to be shan. Now, who JD have a power to get it? Who to baby action? Now, they are chow can. They're crying on one. I don't know what it is. Hey, JB. Yanko. Grace, what for Namano?
Misunderstand me or not me, I'm okay. Counselor, yes, I am taking the number.
JB.
So, counselor, basically, no, me should have any question and I say, but not my sister's neck,
Oh.
So I just want to send them, I would have given them hugs.
Oh.
Whatever they are going through. Yeah.
That's what
It is all Ghana for your person, but you may do or because I shoot there, yeah, like a bush for
Sana with you.
take the decision before you go and see him because who
Enti meja oyima Debi. Enti meja free no. Emre say me ko pesika no. What do you free counseling? Or to what say? Me software say, me pastor mama say, me prophet say.
But you're going to alone. It make before you contact him now and only send you on also in the west here. And mother contacting on making way and yes, I'm free baby now see and yes, she not I say oh mobile ear with more pan.
Emma Dedi me bow. And who more brony abadaya na me de mam one fa mamu kunum or the mamma. Abadaya na ye de mo ba no yan fa makunu ye de ma ba. Nya abadaya ma wo ma. Enye ukuru.
It's one second why not like in Kolani, remember saying Kolani, you have to stay strong, eat well. Sometimes you have to go out and have fun. Don't remember no or will be crowd or one chain. It's in the notion crying Kolani, make yourself happy, dress up, go to sit at the mall, spend money on your feel okay, and you have to say more. Even if you are doing it, I'm just encouraging you because why dress up well.
Come on, obe more about uncle.
Yeah, don't cry. You know, sister Vicky can say, no, sister. And you don't to mistake but what you obeying any film when they say you gain the experience and I say we see the be a film move forward. The money will say what you to go or bravo send your jai one and I say no force obey and yes I know why. We show crying. Me ebe sham some Christians so an unim say nyame say unu kunkun a onko ma obekun ma fani na to e make kasa bebre no un say na ka say unyo obi ane ne nkasa no if you dem na dey ukọ ka kire no cry you don't know how the person will judge you even wrongly but na dey call on one side the crown or open up so what for professional help there talk you're free if a 2 days be you feel like crying cry your heart out so that you'll be free. But don't always be like one and no, you're happy. No, you die and leave your kids. And we're going to take care of your kids like you do. So have fun. Yeah, you need I don't say yeah. Piano, I won't say yes. I won't say when you remember so.
Yes, of course, Saluna Nisika, Suno Bisan said, Mammy Scanco Mitia. Or see your chemu and son. No a man, who names so near Jumano. Or Cheska and said 100 cities near the Gobotina. Or what chemu and son, no man in 30 cities. Not 30 dear the boti. Yet me, echo whom ye see 1,005. Your home pray and say, Antona, ye don't come. Ye will be poor your tar. Ye tar, ye don't know on. And I also see, oh, now wait there. I am a boy. I don't know.
Sometimes a simple one, so you can, if you don't have that because of the kids, no. At least when you know, better about 30 cities, more like no,
they be a make cancer. Munja because of the kids, no. In fact, so ebeya or this kind of 300 neba, you 120 kobo tea. Now for 200 in you come. David, me poor meter, me George look what I'm here. Send me get 1,000. Now me eating here, they go 2 week. Now me body fees for what? Wouldn't be a mayor? Me the 1,000 mammy eating go 2 week, you know. Now my calling me body school, I could catch a teacher and say, school fees, me near me trying to crank. I said, Sama mini gia and Kwalan booming. It's a ministry kind of man, no, catching Kwalan. Your father is a good man. Now we go to your feast now. Or catching Kwalan say your father. Don't go and marry a man like him. It's immediate, my brother made born. Me don't want to now me won't tell you. Me talk more, now the mamma. na de carburetor no ese e di fu egum na me use overheating na kita gallon and you say traffic mu na car no overheating na me hwe egum e san say me yiri fa sa car na onya overheating pe me nyama sum de nyama aduma wo ho no ahu ni call asembe a car na kawo Emmanuel Eye Clinic after East Legon. I don't know what to do. Now, people don't know when the woman is happy. When the woman is happy.
Like most women will be happy with their marriages. That's
Please, I'm a little busy. I just want to say something before I drop, okay?
Go ahead. So, JB, yeah, that's it. If you are.
Yeah, Counselor. You think enough or canon, like, now, so I just want to tell her, so follow me. Let me see what I can. I don't have much, but a little, just a little to support you. And now, one thing is, I won't say, Mbani, our real and our relationship be more na ye ni ejuma biya say ye be free one to rent your own apartment is a big problem. Me say me the me ko no I have to borrow money to rent an apartment. Me too kwan kra me babu chi ansa na me tumi chi sa e kan nyina. So it's not easy. Si called be rented that problem ti no ko hemfa. Nti bo so oni baby akọ. I feel so baby da no nim so ne nkwala na obetumi akope bibi atom. But here by the case of fear not team na kaka ne ho nto no. Nti na be ye den obenye nyidie e de aye bibi. Nti me ade ba ko amishia me life mu say me I come from a poor home. But my master ade no endi me so because I really fought hard. I really worked hard. Me na me page mami Ghana me area metimi bosia na omo muni mo area ho nyina wotema ombetimi akacho meton tom brodu meton I saw so many things ekutu alansa black yellow I suffered I've suffered it's not easy wohum sometimes we bad relation mo a very difficult we be free mo no counselor sometimes you plan so be free but wa na say hey na me kwa me nya be me bi no asa return it me say me the man no kasa so na me nko me say can you believe the counselor made me 2 years I rented my own apartment in Beho self-contained. It was very expensive but me nim dey come you me say dem ho koma be money
hey koti kafra
it's not easy sometimes especially say in kwala be mu ani the most hardest thing say kwala ni ani dey easy. But sometimes we drink kwala no one cause hey enya hwe ma mintinim enti cause me momu die boa me boss acquaintu I got somebody who helped me and I'm the 2 kwa and in the mama me 2 kwa me bedru abroche pen am say kai oboa guy de me jao uchi mu time me jao and I'm take his decision because he say me send him message patch me no ntine bi mu ti bye bye. Osi onu kro nim dada. Yeah, osi onu di onim dada na me kra ondo me kra.
Wow.
Catch me. Send him message o me kra di ondo me kra. I'm say that day I cried on the bed. Me we ju me na me tim punish na me issue.
Wow.
Yeah. So me kra ondo me.
Wow.
No onu kwa we movie on dada.
Wow.
Counselor, it's not easy. It's not easy because relationship na you come home. Yeah, especially in bar, yakoma ye na ye same go. We find very like a bad man to live with. Ye nyam bema is so ye mu. Me cannot be maybe wo ho a obetumi so mu, but odonti efra weni. Now the bema bia enya wodia. Into the Vicky come to Frank all cast and not one of my kind medium say, hey, if I bro. My first born was 18 years. My second born was 9 years.
Wow.
Well, short distance. I mean, I wasn't into giving birth because now me family and me free me second me to me the margin say me baby na me to me surviving because
And me wasn't about me. Because me say, counselor, me, I was in the relationship and I was cheating because I wasn't happy. And I have to go for a sugar daddy.
Wow.
Because I wasn't happy. Because on who said no gay or family or come to the massa. My bread.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know, so because I said my bread, upa jami. Because of only the free me. Because I was very hardworking. I pay rent,
sponsor.
I pay water bill, I pay light bill, I do everything.
Who is sponsor?
As a man.
No, your sponsor.
Yeah. You know, or no who I say, would they sell their family to the beer? I'm sure no problem. It's then when catch a madam, we said, oh no, man, me started saying me yes, I am because I wasn't like that. Me fa bema ba. But I'm in that chair is not easy. Me first born 18 years.
Wow.
Until the Vicky come there, Vicky patch follow me. Why? I don't have much, but just something little to push you.
Don't worry. What you can also do is that what you can do is that pick my number. Okay.
Yeah, Counselor, I have your number. It's like you've forgotten me.
Thank God I've not forgotten you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have your number.
That's good. That's good. So what we do is that Vicky, if you're the kind of crew, but it only be a woman. We be in Kwalano one. No, I say in Kwalano. Ebina a friend or Kokra, one person just came say, "Ofi, the man is paying." So if you think about the children, one person just came say, "Ofi." If you think about the children, you will go nuts. You will go nuts. I'm telling you. But thank you very much for your input. And Vic, let's see what we can do for you. Find something. Can we find a way to ignore him and make him responsible? It is possible. It is possible, my dear. It's possible. It's possible. It's very, very possible. And I know how. Hey, who is that? JD, mute yourself. JD, mute yourself. Oh. Sorry. So at times you need to take a bold decision. And we'll talk. If fear is it, we'll find what we can do. Just like the first lady. We're going to help her pay that medical bill and move on. Women, those of you who have not left, share utisobi, there's utisobi about be share. Ube says we see the mo. Medono. On one me fin party. Oh, me ire po me ire me don to say Jimmy for a grow me fin party. Now what dear ya? What in the so what so idea? Obia ni wo be wa ni fin party da. Nti munja sa me fin party. Me pom.
Counselor, and now I'm making the last bro for you now, draw points when you now. And then my show me brofo.
Hi, Vic. Why are there?
So I'm a brofo.
Now, what a brofo?
Last winter.
BBT. I was your phone pay in here.
Baby, oh, but many big name big. And to us, but I said the young idea, but Yaman count on what our name is Vichy and couldn't be a won't buy our tower. May I so be friends in South Line, we lose so many information.
Oh, Kafra. Vic, dear, Bearman on channel. Bearman and Shan were investing in life, you know, Emma Bearman, we be a Bearman again and see new park and Abusumi be out. Now you are not a 300 morning Columbia. On one Medefi, now also only be I and just see a baby money. Now, on Pet.
I see what you're zongo home.
Aye.
I want to see.
Aye.
And can go see one and can see what sort of have baby.
Oh, Hadia Sunjoa, how Zogo Hadia. Now, now, pa JD and Semia and a bleedy of a far clash and a chiako. What be that?
Remember, no, my counselor. Remember, I am a course and platform. That's what I want to tell them it's a lie.
And then cream battle.
And then only one can you say my son memu be 20 only my didn't now sorry and I actually one for 5 years
ye dia ko shia di obetimi atena ho
exactly yapa
be me bi aba be me bi aba osi obesun pe ye ntie ni kasa hello
counselor
me jozo
ya feel pa Original TV, Nit FM. Okay, you feel Yenebra. Yenebra, you feel.
But why? Me never quite been
must be reviewed or revised.
Council about to movie.
More gifts, and hit the like button to at least 50K. Yeah, Pong, Yanko.
Okay, yeah. Ono ban net but according to no say, ono ban nya issue kakra bia, oban so be kunu ho. Oban nya issue kakra bia wo so be kunu ho. Ama a happen on 2 occasions one time be crowd there. Oba na ahoma bi sen bedroom wa odi asen odi be kunu but anyi. Ena waka chen ne sesa de a asa kasa ba. Ena waka chen sa de no onko o maame o no onko o maame o onko tena kakra sa see right now quite separation kakra. O say omo mo space. Enti na me nti I say na kwan be no wonfa so because abrante na nkasa de me hwe no komodi mu a ase ne nchi na nje ho bio because obi ku hu no ehunu hu no onu hu no se obi di hye de osakofa no wiu sa ba na okukun ho hye na e de asem be ma no
na obale ka so obi ku hu no na anwon be no tu ye
so o se etasi
and na mo be na o tu ye
enti no anamo o tu ye ne se wama obana koton ma me mo
enti obeto sa obana ato ahoma so obesen ne ho no e na ode ne ko ma me ne mo then anamo be no tu I mean you meet your wife attempting suicide. What did he do?
Okay, according to no was on the kasai
as
was it on the kasai as a husband and the kasai to no full
and you no husband na be to wife so be committing suicide no on the kasai say husband
yes and you know and no omudi nkomo na asem kakra bi si a ota de ba
e say e chin be man to me woni say be man say e chin to
Husband plus
no the man must be arrested
okay
because he's breaking a civil law.
Okay.
Anybody who commits suicide must be charged. And you who has an idea about an attempted suicide must report. So if you are with a wife who is going through a certain form of depression and has attempted suicide to the extent of buying a rope, you just come and say, go to your mother's house. Are you a serious husband? Is he a boy or a man?
He's around 35 years.
You see, you can be 35 and a boy, but then this is education to the rest of us. Anybody who comes to threaten you with suicide, report them to the police, the homicide unit.
Okay.
Because it's an illegal act. So the first thing is that even if they will enact separation, this thing must be solved. Maybe she's going through a psychological phase that she will need counseling, not a husband.
Okay.
So she needs help to avert the thoughts of suicide. Then we can address the marital issue. So whether he wants to divorce her or what, is nobody's problem. But the thought of the suicide must be considered as very important. If you go now and you want to divorce her and you are filing your writ and you go and write, she keeps saying she wants to kill herself. They'll ask you, did you report? You don't have no evidence. It's a lesson to the rest of us. Your husband keeps telling you, I'll kill myself. Your wife keeps telling you, I'll kill myself. Take an initiative. Report the issue. Don't take it lightly. We need to help the husband. Because when your wife starts telling you, I'll kill myself, it affects you. The number is there.
Because we look it's not about no be home.
Who hear me organ and whom? Obey my fala and whom were okay. I'm still working.
Okay.
And your phone number +1 862 571 3950 +1 862 571 3950. Mama So.
Sarah.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I've been blessed by God's grace. How about you?
I'm here without you.
Where are you?
I'm in America.
Hey, no, Babu, no chair.
I told you the last time in America. What did you do?
Hey.
You were here and I said it.
So,
and you told me you would call me. Have you called me? Have you called me?
Oh, please, don't justify yourself. Please. I didn't tell you I was going to call you.
Oh, you said it here. No, you said it here on the line. You said it on the line. No, you told everybody you call me back. That I'm your boyfriend. You forgot it.
Oh, can't start. Why, abroad?
Very bloody. Yeah, the another for far who's not common.
Oh, please. We're big standing.
So your sisters are suffering in the hands of their husband. What advice do you have for them? How to look for the best husband?
What exactly are they going through?
The men are not taking care of them.
They should take care of themselves.
And they are finished taking care of the men with everything they have.
You don't have to take care of a man.
But they've done it already.
You have to take care of themselves.
They've done it and now they are broke.
Oh, they should apply for job and then seek the face of God.
Which of the God? The Ghanaian God or the American God?
Oh, both.
Because they are in Ghana and the Ghanaian God is very slow as compared to the American God.
No, you just go straight to the point. What exactly is the problem?
We are treating how to find a best husband, how to become a husband. And we are telling men what they are supposed to do. But our sisters here, 3 of them, one is just in need of 300 Ghana cedis to go and do a police report after being beaten by the husband so they can let the husband sign a bond. She doesn't have. The other one is living with a husband that he has spent everything to establish the man. And the man gets up and if she wants money, he doesn't even mind. When she even had miscarriage, the man left her to go to her own hospital with the blood flowing on her legs. This one too was supposed to be a nurse. And the man didn't have what it takes. So she sacrificed her nursing to do menial things so they can go ahead to marry. Now she's lost her nursing. She has no employment. The man has become okay. And when he has the man for money, he doesn't provide. He will give them 300 Ghana cedis, three of them in the house to pay for feeding fee. And Ghana feeding fee for one child is about 12 cedis. So 12 cedis times 7. And the man gives only 300 Ghana cedis. When he goes to ask, it's trouble. So he's sad, wants to make a decision. So we are just cautioning the rest to know how to allow certain men to marry them. So if you are here, 1, we need your support. 2, what is your advice for those who are coming?
Oh, something like be the problem, but I will advise the oncoming people who are the best husband in this I don't think there's any best husband for anybody. That's my advice. Minister.
You don't think there's any best husband for anybody?
No.
Okay.
No.
We hear.
No.
Okay.
No. There's no perfect person, no best person.
Okay.
In this world.
Okay.
If you are if you're looking for a husband, you have to work on yourself first.
Okay.
The mentality should not be you're looking for the best man.
Okay.
If you work on yourself, you have a job, you work on your attitude, you do a lot of self-care, you love yourself, because my thing is, the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself.
Okay.
And my interpretation to it is, if you don't really love yourself, if you don't really know who you are, if you don't even know the things you can handle, how much stuff you can handle at your exposure, you can't make it. So you have to really know who you are, know yourself, love yourself enough, treat yourself good.
Okay.
Before you can even have somebody to live with you. Okay. Check your life if you can live with somebody, because some people, they can't share anything with anybody. So how can that person go and marry?
Okay.
So you have to check your life, check yourself, really know who you are, really know if you are type you can share, you can help somebody. Are you ready to help somebody? Counselor, that married thing that you're talking about, it's not an easy thing.
Okay.
It's not an easy, I'll put it as a ministry. It's not an easy ministry.
Okay.
Okay. Children will come in. It's not easy. So, hey, I don't know where I park. Can't find my car. Wait a minute.
Just use your knob to press the hood. It will just hoot.
And I see it right here. It's right here. If you don't know yourself and you can't help anybody, how can you marry? So I'm done with that one. Then the person whose husband has been beating her. Sorry about that. My heart goes out for that person. Because it's not easy to live with an abusive partner or abusive husband. But my thing is, if it's the first time and he's really want to change,
this is the third time.
Then I would advise.
This is the third time, and no abuser changes.
Then she has to quit that marriage.
So she has gone to report, and she has to get a doctor's report and needs 300 Ghana cedis to pick the report. She doesn't have it, so that the man can sign a bond.
But does she have a job?
She can get a job when she moves.
Are you serious? Does she have a job, counselor?
She can get a job when she gets her independence.
Does she?
She can get a job when she gets her independence. So let's first deal with the first part. How do we help her financially to get her freedom? Very important.
So let her contact me then, and I can help her with the 300.
So how will she contact you? Contact me and I'll contact her. That's better.
Yeah, contact me and I'll help her with the 300.
I'm saying contact me and I'll contact her.
I should contact you?
Yes. And we'll contact her. That will be better. All right.
Your WhatsApp is still active.
It has never gone off and it will not go off.
All right, then I'll call you on WhatsApp.
All right. So thank you for joining us.
Then the other one, he left with 2 people.
Which one?
The other one that,
Which one again? You solve it.
The remaining 2 people, one with, the remaining 2 people, one with,
we are getting a feedback from you. Fire is
I
connecting.
mute.
Yes. So wrap up with that. We are closing with you.
Oh, okay, I should wrap up. So the conclusion is. Okay, I should wrap up. So the conclusion is.
So Fire is having a challenge because she wants to connect to her Bluetooth in the car, but that's very difficult for her. So we've lost her. But I'll get in touch with Sophia. We'll raise some good money, so we support those ones. If you want to help, Grace, thank you for your input, and Jaden, thank you for coming to share.
You're welcome.
We will help them. So
Thanks for.
please, once anybody who wants to render help, call me and let's do that quickly for them, and let's see our sisters living in freedom. God bless all of you and keep you. Thank you so much, Facebookers. Today we've learned something, how to become a husband. Men, with all the things that the women are talking about, it clearly tells you that if you are not prepared to take care of a woman, don't think of marriage. Wait until you are fully prepared. And women, don't force anybody's son to come and marry you. Wait until there are no more boys,
Yes.
but they are men. Don't allow boys to marry you. Grace, call me after the show and let's start something to protect yourself. As for the curses, they will not stop cursing. But let's do something with their lives properly. JD, let's talk. And I'm happy for you. Be excited. God bless all of you. Thank you very much for joining me. Today I have less gifts. People didn't give me gifts. So I'll go and have 3 gifters. It's not fine. But you've done well. Coming along to share with me. I'm happy we've helped other people. Betty, thank you. I didn't see you today, but you've done well. Keep sharing. More gifts. Facebook, thank you all for coming. I know we came late today. We've done 3 hours, 16 minutes. That's a huge, bulky time.
No,
Good
why
night.
you say a question? Councillor,
Enjoy yourself. Echo, you have a question. Let's go. What's your question?
Maybe I make us say where we are coming from. No, say also for because we are no you kunwa over the nyama wa bubu in and can over catch yourself on the cells of that be mean Tiana.
Catch yourself on this straight, sir. Within my checklist, this is not part of it, and also for who understand. And yes, of one the better now, mama. What I got him? Why?
Okay, Councillor number 2. Yana nanom ne yema me no sansem we no. Ekwa mo mo na omode ne ye ana so omode na try and error na omode ebesimu.
Majority of them they try and error, and some work, and some endured, and some have never worked until now. It's not working.
Okay, until my idea on one mask things over no more the.
They have pretended, like I always tell you, they learn to pretend.
That Councillor last one out there call. In fact, Cobra brothers, DM pan a contributors and a young kitten kitty be no more yes and I say a yobusubai.
A poverty. Fidiachi abuani sunku, ijan zuani sunku is poverty.
Hey, dear. Okay. I think that is all.
Thank you very much. Good night. Tomorrow we have Q&A, questions and answers on 4 areas. Ochina Q&A, question time. Namishida munina till I see you again. Bye-bye. Good night. Echo, thank you for your support. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow with question and answers time. Right here. Good night. Take care of yourself.
That's it. Okay.
All right.
Good night. Okay. Bye.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal, You can put it in me, Akpatashi. Your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.